time slows down when it can get no worse. I can feel it running out on me. I don't want these to be my last words. All forgotten, 'cause that's all they'll be. Now there's only one thing I can do, fighting till the end like I promised to. Wishing there was something left to lose. This could be the day I die for you. What do you see before it's over? Blinding flashes getting closer. Wish that I had something left to lose. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day. Everything I know, everything I hold tight. When to let it go, when to make them all fight. When I'm in control, when I'm out of my mind. When I gotta live, when I gotta die, gotta die. Everything I know, everything I hold tight. When to let it go, when to make them all fight. When I'm in control, when I'm out of my mind. When I gotta live, when I gotta die. This could be the day I die for you. Feeling like there's nothing I can do. This could be the end, it's mine to choose. It's taken me my lifetime just to prove. This could be the day I die for you. Don't let it be the day. What do you see before it's over? Blinding flashes getting closer. Sacrificing everything I knew. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you. Everything I know, everything I hold tight. When to let it go, when to make them all fight. When I'm in control, when I'm out of my mind. When I gotta live, when I gotta die.
Ahoy, 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 gamers. I hope everyone's vibing. I hope everyone's jiving. I hope everyone's having a lovely, wonderful Wednesday. I know, I normally don't stream on Wednesdays. What the fuck did I say? Wednesdays. But we're fucking here. Hi, Max. Thank you so much for sitting in the pre-stream lobby. I appreciate you so much. Congrats on first. Max, congrats on second, Ivan. Congrats on third, Galpa. Welcome in, Martin on trying. Welcome in, Lulu on trying. Welcome in, everyone. Here is my face. There is a cat. Right over here. Right over here. I wonder if she's a little sleepy right now. She just had some food. Yeah, Galfa, you've been here. She's used to me being quiet all day, so I think she's like, what the fuck are you talking to, human? Who are you talking to? Hi, B, I hope you're vibing, hope you're jiving, hope you're having the best day ever. How are you, friend? Would you be mad if I picked you up, Momo? Let's see. Let's see if she likes being picked up. I just hate annoying her. But I must give... Yeah! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello. Oh! Oh! He is sitting on my hand on the table right now. Up, butt in the air. And away she goes. Mama, up here. She is a VTuber. She's just baby. I'm having a good day other than the yucky storm all day, but that doesn't matter because Kitty. I feel like there's been crazy storms all over. We had crazy storms today. Does she seem heartbroken by my loss? She seemed scared at first when the air mattress was put away, but she got over that like after we fed her. She was a little like, oh, the house is different now. But she got over that real quickly. She is currently on my desk. I wonder if I can... Oh! Oh! That's you, Mama! She can recognize her own face in mirrors. Look! Hi, Mama! She's very talkative. She's very chatty. She's not gonna... Oh, does she see herself right now? She sees herself right now. Yeah, that's you, you beautiful girl. Got my heart. Yeah, she does have a heart on her butthole. She has a heart on her butthole. I think it's really funny. Yeah, you do. She is very playful. Sorry, I'm actually gonna put my headphones back in. Oh, she's gonna be interested in the wire. She's been trying to eat my headphones all fucking day. For a couple days since she's been here, she's been trying to eat these fucking headphones. But, what was I gonna say? She was immediately comfortable when we brought her to the house. She didn't give a shit about the car ride. It was an hour-long car ride because we went an hour away. Yeah, do you want to sit? Are you gonna eat the wire? I can already see it in your eyes. I know you're gonna eat the wire. Yep, there she goes. No free buttholes, Momo. Momo! Thank you, girly pop. Thank you. She has a lot of kitten energy. Yeah, you're gonna play with the tissues now, girl? She... Yeah, so you guys got to see the heart-shaped butthole. She has a heart on her butthole. She is a kitten. They estimate her being around 6 months. She didn't have any siblings. And the other kitten that we are getting, Delilah is her name right now. We're probably gonna be changing that. You hear her bang up against the mic, I'm sorry. Oh, no, don't eat it, don't eat it. She needs to be, okay, sorry, my ADHD is going ADHD crazy. I'm keeping her in here until Gareth gets home. He's going to the store right now. Where I would rather not lock her in the bedroom all by herself. Yeah, don't eat it. Don't eat it. I'd rather her be with me. And she got so comfortable so quickly. She didn't care about the hour-long car ride. She immediately fell asleep. And then when she came home, she immediately came out and started exploring. Most of the time, when... Oh my... I don't know how I have my camera anymore, lol. She's gonna be sitting over there now. Normally cats, like, when they first, like, get adopted and brought home, like, hide, and they're scared. She didn't give a shit. She was like, I'm exploring, and we had her in me and Garrett's bedroom, which is a pretty big room, and she was just exploring the whole thing, and she was so good. She was, like, just exploring all different things, and then immediately was like, I know there's more to this house. I want to see the rest of this house. So after like an hour of like sitting with her, we let her explore the rest of the house, see that there were other rooms in the house to be had and gone to. But we could tell that it was a little overwhelming for her. So we put her back in the bedroom. We just hung out with her for like the majority of the rest of the night. However, she does have a lot of kitten energy, and it's really good that we got another cat, because this was something that we weren't sure about. We weren't sure about getting 2 cats, but I was like, I don't know, something is just telling me get them both. Something was just telling me get both cats. And now I'm really grateful for that because she is a little rapscallion with so much energy. Yeah, you got a lot of energy, baby. There's so much energy. She knows when I'm talking to her. Hi, Gothic Vampire. Welcome in. I hope you're vibing. Hope you're jabbing. Hope you're having the best day ever. And welcome in, Sophie. I hope you're vibing. Hope you're jabbing. Hope you're having the best day ever. Welcome in. Just got back from school, so I'm late. Literally, you're never late. No sorries. Also, don't mind me. I'm trying to fix my camera after Momo was on camera and I fixed the camera for her. I also think she messed up my camera a little bit. She's been knocking things over. She's so cat. She's the most cat I've had in a minute, where she will sit on my notepad for work and I'm like, I gotta use that for work, Momo. And she does not care. She does not care one bit. Yo, Crimson, what's up? I hope you're vibing, hope you're jabbing, hope you're having the best day ever. How are you? Yes, 2 cats technically. We only have 1 cat right now, because she was already spayed. So basically they're guessing, sorry, this is so ADHD of me, but what else is new with my streams? She, is approximately 6 months old, based on like her weight and other things too. She's already spayed, that's why we were able to bring her home immediately. The other cat, Delilah, who's an orange cat, is not from the same litter as Momo. However, she was the only cat from the litter available because her brother got adopted from another family, by another family, and they didn't want 2 kittens, they only wanted 1 kitten. And since Delilah and her brother weren't bonded, they were able to separate like that. So, and Delilah is such a little sweetie pie. She's so kitten. She's probably like under 4 months, probably. She's so tiny. And it's gonna be a slow introduction. I think it was good that we brought Momo home first because she gets reign of the house first, and she is very smart. Momo is so smart, it's not even funny. Like, she is very self-aware. She understands a lot, and the real kicker that me and Gareth looked at each other like, oh shit, she's pretty smart. Day 1, I decided to show my cat brain rot. I decided to show my cat brain rot. I showed her the ooh-ee-ah-ee cat. I showed her that cat, and she immediately looks at my phone while I'm showing it to her. And, sorry, my hair is a hot mess. I'm showing it to her, and she's looking at it, and she starts pawing at it. And then she looks behind the phone, because she probably thinks it's like behind like a glass or something like that. And then she looks back at the phone because she doesn't see it. And then she starts looking at it but pawing behind the screen because she's like, okay, it's there in front of me. Should I be hitting it right now? And then at one point she saw my finger move and she thought it was that, and then she bit me. But she is so gentle though. She has bit me twice. And it's not like a kind of bite. It's a very gentle, like, she goes for a bite and then recognizes it's me and like doesn't clasp on. It's just kind of like feeling teeth on you, if that makes sense. It's not like you're getting bit, you just like feel teeth on you. So she's very gentle, but she's very smart and she has object permanence. Galfa was here and we had an air mattress and we deflated the air mattress and that bothered her a fair amount, as well as she just before earlier today lost a toy under the couch and then like later on like went back to like go bat at the toy again. And I'm just like, okay, so she has object permanence, she's smart, she has problem solving skills, but she is naughty. But I just think that's like really good chemistry, I think, for Delilah coming in, because I'm gonna be honest, Delilah looks like a cat who has no thoughts, head empty. She's an orange cat, so it checks out. And yeah, I'm really excited. So basically, I think Clementine, sorry. Her name when we adopted her was Clementine. We're trying out Momo right now. We don't know if Momo is gonna stick or not. We might go back to Clementine. But I think Clementine's gonna be the boss. I think she's gonna be the boss. And I kind of hope she is. She deserves to be the boss. She's a little baby. Cat brain rot is the best. I know, right? Object permanence, that's crazy. I haven't closed my doors in 4 years. It's honestly insane. Her object permanence is really crazy. And like, it was hard to gather, like, there was a video, hi Bear, I hope you're vibing, hope you're jiving, hope you're having the best day ever, how are you? It was hard to gauge her personality fully at the shelter that we went to. Because what happened was, Delilah, her brother, and another cat who's fucking huge, it was a fucking huge cat, were all moved to the same room that Momo was in. And that stressed her out a lot, especially because the big cat was such a fucking bully. Like, I say he was a bully because he bullied the other cats, but I think he just was a really big cat who thought he was small like a kitten. So he tried playing with the kittens and tried playing with like all the other cats in the room, but he was so big compared to the rest of them. I don't know why she threw him in there. Like, I don't know why that cat was in there, but it definitely stressed Momo out a little bit. And she was still very sweet, but you could tell that she was like recluse, like she didn't want to be next to any of the other cats at the time because there was just like a lot going on. And there was a couple fights that happened too between the big cat and some of the smaller cats. And as soon as we brought her home, I was like, wow, I'm just seeing all her personality now. She's so chatty, like in future streams, not today. She's very nappy right now. And then when Gareth comes home, I asked him to play with her because today was a bit of a busier day at work for me. So I wasn't able to play with her as much. But I'm so excited to get another cat so that they can play with each other. So I don't always have to stop every like hour to play with Momo while I'm working. Because like, she's a kitten, she needs to be played with, she needs stimulation. And like, I've been trying like really hard to give her as much stimulation as possible. Like I have like bird videos going on all day. I have like all the blinds open in the house so that she could go to any window she pleases. She has plenty of toys. Her favorite toy is a hot air balloon on a stick that has like little dangly like ribbons on it. It's so cute. She loves it so much. Hi. Hi, mister. I hope you're vibing. Hope you're jiving. Hope you're having the best day ever. How are you? Hi, Lulu. I hope you're vibing. Hope you're jiving. How are you doing, Emily? I'm doing really good, Sophie. I hope you're doing well too. And hi, Roxy. I hope you're vibing. Hope you're jiving. Hope you're having the best day ever. Punitz will stick forever. Galfa, you will be the only one who calls her Punitz. No one else is allowed to call her Punitz but Galfa, because that is not her name. Galfa just decided to call her Punitz. Something happened. Yo, Evie, what's up? I hope you're vibing. Hope you're jiving. Hope you're having the best day ever. How are you? What did I think of the Direct? I thought a lot of the Direct. A lot of good things. I'm gonna be so honest. I watched a lot of people, like, throughout the day, I was just watching, like, multiple people watch the Direct. Some people really shit on the Switch 2. And I was like, damn, you can't fucking please everyone, can you? Because I personally thought the Switch 2, like, this Direct had, like, so much to it. There was a lot. I did not feel disappointed at all. I think, you know, if you were disappointed by the game shown, it's a launch fucking Direct. Like, they're, like, literally, like, just announcing things about the Direct. Sorry if you heard that huge fucking noise outside. And I know, I'm like, okay, Nintendo's gonna come out with a 3D Mario. They're gonna come out with, like, more of these games. Like, I'm not worried. It's just, this is what they have right now. There is one complaint I have, though. The only complaint that I have right now is that any game that's on the Switch that they were like, oh, we're gonna be releasing updates. Like, Animal Crossing was said to have like 3 years of updates. Didn't happen. It was 1 year. Mario Party Superstars was supposed to have a few new map updates. You're supposed to get new maps for it. Never got those new maps. And there were definitely a couple other games where Nintendo was like, we're gonna have updates for this, and then they just didn't. And it's because I think they're gonna have updates for it on the Switch 2. On the Switch 2. I think they were moving and pushing it for the Switch 2. And that is one thing I am a little ticked off about. I think for corporations like that, if you're gonna say something, you have to hold your end of the deal. Because I think my biggest gripe is that Animal Crossing New Horizons still feels very empty of a game. It's missing so many things to it that other Animal Crossings had, so that's just my little side chat though. But anyone who's like complaining, bitch, we're getting a Switch 2. That's like primarily backwards compatible. and it's not like a direct like copy and paste. Like they could have easily been like, here's the Switch 2, you have to buy all your Switch games again. Nintendo could have totally did that, and they didn't. They didn't. They were like, okay, there are gonna be some games that you could totally just transfer over to the Switch, you don't have to buy them again. And then there's gonna be some games that are probably gonna have expansions, but you don't have to pay full price for a brand new version of the game. If you have it already, it'll come as like an expansion pack part of Nintendo Switch Online. I don't know if that means when you cancel your Nintendo Switch Online, that means you can't play those games on the Switch 2 anymore. I don't understand that. That is something that we'll find out later. But it is very weird. I thought it was an interesting take from Nintendo, but also not horrible. New Smash Bros. I thought that Kirby game at the very end, Kirby Air Riders, I thought that was a Smash Bros announcement. I was literally in Discord, I'm like, new Kirby game? And I was like, unless ... I'm like, is it a Smash Bros title? Because it would have made sense, but I'm not mad that it wasn't Smash Bros, because so many people are excited for that game. I've never played it, but I'd be willing to. I don't think I need any more Animal Crossing in my life. Tom Nook has owned my dick since 2002. Real. Oh, yes. I am very excited for the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom graphics update. I cried. I cried when I saw it. It looks gorgeous. We will be watching the Direct today. We will be going through the Direct and talking about it. I've seen the Direct a couple times now. I have some thoughts. We'll pause. We'll chat. That's why I kind of was like, I'm not gonna watch it exactly like on release, like when they're showing it live, because one, I had work and I didn't get off, but two, you know, I wanted to be able to pause and chat with you guys and all that kind of stuff. I'm sad. I'm sorry, Sophie. I hope that if you hang out here, you can feel better. Oh, you answered my question. I pressed enter. Yo, MQ, what's up? I hope you're vibing. Hope you're jabbing. Hope you're having the best day ever. How are you? Girl. Ooh, how do you make it possible? By not. Ooh. Bum, 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 bum. Bye, bitch. I never cried on a Direct. If it has anything to do with Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, you can expect me to cry. It's as simple as that. Like, there are just some things I cry with, you know? I recognized Air Ride as soon as the booster showed up. I didn't know I needed it so badly until that point. I think the only thing that sucks is the price point for everything. I don't give a shit that the Switch is $400. It's $400. Is it $450? $400? Which one is it? I forget. Someone please tell me in the chat. Who's following me? Welcome in. I hope you're vibing. Hope you're jabbing. Hope you're having the best day ever. How are you? $80. Here's the thing though. Yes, $450 without Mario Kart. I can give that a pass for a console. I can totally give that a pass since Nintendo Switch 2 is confirmed 4K on the TV. When I see that, okay, it is 4K on the TV, I can give it a pass. Because they're really upping their graphics. They're really answering what the, you know, world was begging for. A higher quality visual Nintendo console. $80 for virtual games and then $90 for the physical games pisses me off. That is the one thing that like really got under my skin. Because when they released Tears of the Kingdom and it was $70, I was like, okay, it's a big game. It's a big title. They worked on it for 7 years. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive. That's fine. I also wouldn't have been mad if games were that expensive moving forward, because I figured, I was like, okay, we're going to the Switch 2. It's probably going to be around that price point. They're probably preparing us. However, $80 for a virtual game, I'm about to shit my pants. And then $90 for a physical game. Also, I think it might have been leaked what the physical copies of games look like, but if that is what they look like shit. They don't look good. Like, I understand that if they're going for the same size and shape case, they really need to make it obvious, like bold letters, like this is for the Switch 2, not the Switch, kind of a thing. Because there are plenty of people out there who wouldn't read the fine print, and then buy it and then be like, oh, it's for the Switch 2, shit, blah 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 blah. But like, it's giving Wii U, if that makes sense. It's giving Wii U. Also, hi Salt. I hope you're vibing. Hope you're jabbing. Hope you have the best day ever. Hi everyone. If in case I missed anyone. Hi Chris. Hi everyone. Hi Ben. I don't think I missed anyone else. Hadn't heard the price for the games. Yeah, that one was rough. Laughs in Canadian Max. No. My flabbers are gasted at $80 Mario Kart. I know, right? But Nintendo literally has me in chokehold for the rest of my life. So they got my money. They got my money. What the fuck? That's so much for digital, not real. Yeah, no, that's why I'm pissed. Because it's digital and you're spending $80. It would make sense if they were like, you know what, $70 for virtual and then like $90 for the physical. If that's like the price point, like if $90 was like the price point for like making the game, and they're like, if we want to make a profit as a company, we need to sell this at $90 per copy. But they were like, but if it's digital, let's bump that down to $70. I think I would have been a little bit less mad about it, but I'm still like, what day and age do we live in? Hell fucking oh. Especially from Nintendo, where you sometimes can't play digital games without an internet connection. I don't know what games you're talking about, Galfa. Like, not to sound like an asshole, like, what games can you not play without an internet connection? Because I'm able to play Breath of the Wild without an internet connection, Animal Crossing without an internet connection. I'd have to look at my Switch to see what other games I have that are digital, not physical, which isn't too many. They're the same but red, literally. And I like the red, but at the same time, when I see red, I think Mario, because when you look throughout Nintendo's history, anything that's like a special Mario game, it's in a red box. So when I see that for like all the Nintendo, I'm like, huh, that's an interesting choice. What's gonna happen to the Mario games? Probably nothing. They're probably all gonna look the same. Do I really care? No. But do I think the art of the physical game is dying? Yes. And do I think that is a major problem? Yes. A lot of physical games aren't going to hold the actual game data. It's just a certificate to download the game like a disc. Yeah. It's rough out here. We are slowly but surely losing ownership of things. And I don't like it. It's the same with TV, movies, video games, anything that you have to download and you don't have a physical copy of, which is really scary. My business school brain is just wondering where they got the data that consumers are willing to pay that much for games. They know people like me are in a chokehold. They know. They're like, bitch, we are Nintendo. We can do this. And I'm gonna be honest, Nintendo wouldn't just price their games at that price for shits and giggles, if that makes sense. Like, they wouldn't just price it for shits and giggles. They're pricing it at that point because they need to make that profit, and that's how they can make that profit. I do think the games, like, let's say, like, you don't have a Switch and your Switch 2 is, like, the first game that you're getting. I think games that are being ported from the Switch to the Switch 2 should be at a lower price point. Will it happen? No. But do I think it should? Yes. There was a period where if I was off the internet and tried to launch a game, it would check to see if the game can be played and fail because no internet. That's so weird. There has to be like some games like that. I'll have to test it later. Maybe which book will be for the first Switch? Oh, that one game. I feel like it might. I feel like we're gonna see some games be released for the Switch and the Switch 2 for a while. I don't have to be mad about the price because I could literally never afford it. Catch me playing my old Xbox Switch until it explodes. I told Gareth if I wasn't a streamer, I would not be purchasing the Switch 2 upon release because I want a fancy looking Switch. I really don't want the basic looking Switch 2. I just don't. But since I am a streamer and there are games that I'm really interested in playing right away, I'm getting it. Garrett's not mad that I'm getting it though. He just understands that I wanted a fancier one, but whatever. Switch 2 is gonna be last generation with physical games. They're moving too hard for digital only. Yes, I agree. 100%. That happens for me when I'm playing on my second Switch. Ooh, maybe it's a second Switch thing. We stopped having ownership of games once they stopped banning modders and watching our every move during gameplay. Yes! Started banning modders and watching our every move during gameplay. Yes. Nintendo has always been weird with their IPs. It is something that I think Nintendo does wrong. I think them being all finicky with like modding and like who is able to play their games for Let's Plays online or who's able to use the music of Nintendo online is a little weird because it's exposure for an already huge corporation that doesn't need the money, you know? My last measure, it's got auto-modded. It was innocent, please. It got, I see. I'm sorry. It got auto-modded because I have those words banned. I have, the one Wizarding World game banned, because it causes a lot of, emotional trauma for people. Don't even be sorry. You're good. I'm not the biggest fan of upgraded versions of Switch games for Switch 2 that were already released other than Mario Party Jamboree. I got pissed when I saw Mario Jamboree being an upgraded version for the Switch 2 because I thought I was gonna have to purchase it again. I was like, no fucking way. I have to purchase that again. I just have to purchase the upgrade though. I only buy digital anyway. I lose physical copies. Especially with how small the Switch cartridges are, makes sense. Nintendo is dystopian. Max, you silly dingus. Wick's website says it'll come out on a regular Switch. That's so valid, I get it. I was gifted it, otherwise I wouldn't be playing it. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not going to shame other people for playing it. I have my own opinions on it. I'll be honest, like, I am just a streamer. I'm not gonna fucking regulate what you're playing. I will say, we're not gonna talk about it, and we're not gonna post about it in my Discord or anything. But you know how it is. Yeah, Harry eats water. That's good. What can I say? I'm just a crazy girl. Thank you, B. I'm not even worried about you. You're chill. There were like other people who were fucking assholes about it. But they were all like first time chatters. What else is new? She is fast asleep over there. Yeah, big Switch. Yeah, big Switch. Automod is my boyfriend. Stay away from my man, B. That's so fucking funny. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the Switch. I did look at the, oh, for anyone who is watching the Switch 2 Direct when it was live, the lag was fucking crazy. The lag was horrible. But I rewatched the YouTube video. It doesn't look like there's lag necessarily, which is pretty dope.
Produce a
Oops, sorry, that was so fucking loud. Can I hello? There we go. I was like, can I make the chat like a little bit bigger so I can like actually fucking read what you guys are saying? Oh my goodness. I watched it on YouTube earlier and it looked fine. Did you watch it while it was being live streamed? Because if it was being live streamed, it looked rough. Alright, like, where the fuck she go? Automod drama gets out the popcorn! No, after the live stream? Oh, yes, no, after the live stream, it's totally fine. Like, the upload of this is totally fine. Let's get a window capture. Ooh. There we go. Are you guys ready? Woo, there, woo, he still loves me. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, we're gonna watch the whole direct. There might be some parts I skip through. We shall fucking see. I watched it before the live stream. I know, time traveler. What the fuck? How? Huh? Wait, I'm not ready? What the fuck you mean you're not wearing alpha? Okay. We're gonna watch it. Let me know how the audio is. Let me know if it needs to be louder, softer, anything. Here we go. It's quiet right now. Just give it a minute. Might make it a little bit louder. I did not watch it because I'm too poor to watch it. I thought this intro was really fucking lit. I was like, thanks, Nintendo. I like that it's like not fully jazz anymore. Thank you, Nintendo, for moving away from your jazz era. Nintendo was in a jazz era for like 10 million years and I'm over it. Also, let's go. I fucking love the new art style they're going in. I'm gonna lower this just a hair. The new art style that this is in is so pretty. It's so fucking pretty. I don't hate jazz, it's just Nintendo like was obsessed with jazz for like 10 plus years, maybe 15 years. Oh, and it's such a fun era of Nintendo. I'll explain why in a second. You can also play as so many fucking characters in this. Look at Bowser, look how cute he looks. Ooh, that Mario Kart theme in there. King Boo, gorgeous. He's such a cutie pie. I know, 24 racers is crazy. I saw the fucking count and went, you can play as the cow? You can play as fucking anyone, basically, in this. They said, anyone? Sure. Yeah, no, I was a big time Mario streamer for a while. Sorry. Let me actually pause that like a good screen. Where you see all Peach's outfits. I am so excited that they're doing this. This is something that I was really, really missing with Nintendo. Old Nintendo was very fun with putting their characters in outfits that isn't their primary outfit. They kind of killed that once they got into the era of the Wii. The Wii kind of killed that. And then ever since, you never really saw it. You kind of saw it in Mario Odyssey, but it was really only just Mario. But you didn't really see it for anything else. But now I think they're starting to move away with that and have a bit more fun. Like everything that I've seen so far has been such a major callback to old Nintendo. And it's really making my like N64 heart sing. Like just like growing up in like that era of like fun Nintendo. It's so fun. I'm so excited. Peach is slagging! On God. Like, look at all of that. Also, not mad that they took away the numbers. I like this new era of Mario Kart. No more numbers. Kill the numbers.
I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your
Waluigi Laser Suit. Yes.
I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
Producer.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director,
Director.
for Nintendo Switch 2.
Don't know what their titles
And
really
I'm
mean.
Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware designer
Except
for
that,
Nintendo Switch
that's
2.
pretty straightforward.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World.
The world is a circle, so this is a Mario Kart
Nintendo
Zero.
Switch 2.
It's the first of the Mario Kart Zeros then.
What do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
Why is it in French subtitles? Excuse me? Give me a second. I was like, what the fuck you mean, French title? Yeah, I'll put closed captions on, I'm sorry. Like, look how whimsical this
Brand new
is.
entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast
And I like that
world.
Peach, I think that looks like Peach's
Races
castle
are
in the
held
middle.
throughout
I
various
really
regions
like that.
Span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Okay, wait, sorry. This is a great still to land on. One, I love time changes. I love weather changes. And this is my favorite outfit in the entire fucking thing. Look at King Boo. Look how fucking dapper that man is. Look how dapper he is. Such a great outfit. Boo, my boy. 24 races is gonna be, oh my god, it's gonna get worse, Martin. I don't know if you saw, there's another thing.
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere. in
What
this
do you
world.
mean you could get off the racetrack? What do you
Quest Grand
mean?
Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first.
Is when they say you could drive virtually anywhere, do you fucking mean when you're in like a Grand Prix? Because that's gonna go crazy for the speedrunners. That's gonna go absolutely ballistic. Also, Starview Peak with the Lumas. Oh my god. Are we getting something Mario Galaxy related on the Switch too? Are we gonna get a Rosalina game? I hope so. I hope so. We love Rosalina in this
But
house.
don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the
I
competition.
know, I want Mario Galaxy so bad.
With
Something Mario
24
Galaxy.
drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
They also have a lot of fun, interesting items that you were able to see.
Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
Yeah, that has to be Princess Peach's castle in the middle.
There are multiple checkpoints.
Their marketing's working very well.
If you're below the placement shown when
Do the time and weather changes depend on someone's own area? I don't think so. If you're playing online,
You make it all the way to the finish line?
it would make more sense that it might be just like time-based. I'm not too sure though.
You can also freely drive around this vast
They'll enact
world
auto
on free
updates with the
roam.
Switch 2? Probably yes. I feel like that they would do that.
Off-road, You can explore new areas and routes. So
Oh my god.
wherever your heart takes you.
I love free roam mode and that you could do it with friends.
You can also go for scenic drives with friends.
What the hell? I'm gonna
Even
do
take photos
this!
together at different locations.
Also, they made Rosalina so pretty in this game. You can't see with my camera right now. Give me a second. Look how fucking gorgeous Rosalina is. They really said, we're gonna make all the girls in this game fucking slay. And they did. Emily, would you like to go for a drive in the country with me? Yes, please, Martin! Oh my god, we could chat. Do you think like it might be based on like real life areas in the world? We can chat about that kind of stuff. I think that could be like a really fun stream. Like just get like a small group together and just like drive around and like chat while you're driving and everything. That would be so cute. Good work, Rosalina. You got us another one. Rosalina made me buy 2! Before I realized I was bi as a kid.
Brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World.
I know people hate Donkey Kong's new design because he looks a lot like the movie Donkey Kong, but it's screaming original Donkey Kong to me, so I love it, personally.
Game launches on the same
Same day as the Nintendo Switch 2. Look at, wait,
More
actually,
details about this type.
Go back like for 2
A brand new
seconds.
race across the entire world starts
Also,
here. Mario Kart World.
Pause. So, people you can play as, I'm assuming, looking at this screen. You have the little Spike dudes. I think his name might be Spike. Here, wait, let me get rid of my camera so we can see the whole thing. We got Spike dude right here. You can't see my mouse. We got penguins. I'm just like announcing people that we normally don't have. We have Goomba. We have those little things with wings on them that I don't know the name of them. There were plenty of other. There was like apparently like a skullfish that's playable or something. Like they really said any Mario character you can fucking think of is there. There was also Nabbit. There was also the Moo, little cow in this. I'm wondering if those Spinies are gonna be playable. Who fucking knows? I just love how animated it all is. They really said. Nintendo really said, oh, the design department, money, budget, upgrade. Do what you want. Switch 2, let's go! Yo, Country Logic, what's up? I hope you're vibing, hope you're jabbing, hope you're having the best day ever. How are you? This isn't all the characters, no. There's plenty of more.
On the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Also, I want to make sure
More
I'm on the
details
right
about this
graphics.
title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct.
Sorry, I'm making it
So be on the
2K,
lookout
so it looks
for
really
more
good on stream.
information
You're
in the
welcome.
future.
Mario Kart World.
I'm so
launches on
sorry,
the same day
Max.
as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
If we pre-order, do we end up paying more? I don't think so. That'd be weird.
We'd like to introduce some of the new
Martin! Brother!
These are the Joy-Con.
We are having a direct just for. You have to keep in mind, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I think, was like one of the best selling Nintendo games ever, if you don't count Wii Sports, because Wii Sports was just built in as a bundle for every Wii ever purchased. But it makes sense that they're starting with Mario Kart. And I'm really glad because I think we're all, if you're like me and you had a Wii U, you've been playing Mario Kart 8 since 2014. I've been playing it for over 10 years.
And on the right Joy-Con too.
I think something absolutely mad, like 55% of all Switch owners had it. Yeah.
Let's take a look at some new
This is
experiences.
really interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's good for kids. Also, the acting, ooh, was a choice in this.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys.
I'm curious if special items will return. I saw the Hammer Bros shooting hammers, but how would they come up with so many special items with a big roster? They just want mayhem and chaos.
Wait, no.
No. 68 million copies. That's insanely amazing.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
It feels weird without him.
What's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with
I actually
friends and family
do
while
really
playing
like
the
this
game.
feature.
Should we follow you? Yeah.
I think it's good and safe for kids because you can only chat with your friends, or
While
yeah, it's
using
just
the Game
friends.
Chat feature, your voice
And
is recognized by a
it's
microphone
good
built
if
into
you
the
don't
system.
want
You're
to
still behind me, right?
talk on Discord through your
It
phone
can
or
pick
your
up your speaking
laptop.
voice
You could just do this. I just don't know how good it sounds.
Jump on here. Alright, let's
I also like the chat feature built in. I also
When
like it
it's
too.
noisy around you, your voice will still come through
It's
clearly,
just
letting you
Discord.
chat with
It's literally
ease.
just Discord.
Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's opaque.
And you
Where's
can use
Slowpoke's
this
hair? What the
feature
fuck you
in
mean?
handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on
The screen sharing looks pretty bad, if I'm being completely honest. Like when you're watching someone, like look how bad that looks.
top of that dinosaur.
Really? They can do
It's an interesting thing, but it's not the end of the world.
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, no.
His luscious yellow locks, what?
Okay.
Looks choppy, but to be fair, I appreciate that they're honest. Yes, I also appreciate that they're honest about it. I think that's really, really good.
It's so hard, right?
wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell, I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're in a star. That's so cute.
They should have got like streamers to do this who just like know how to chat and
You
not
can
shut the
adjust
fuck up.
size of your game screen.
I don't think there's gonna be a new Animal Crossing anytime soon. I think it's gonna be a while. I think they might do an upgraded version of Animal Crossing New Horizons on the
Or
Switch too.
expand another friend's game screen.
Like, look at that. That was. It's definitely not the best looking, but at least they're honest about it.
It's just like the wall. Like it's
But I think it would be useful. Yes, I also think it would be helpful. And it's just like a nice way to play together, even if it's not the same game. I think this is such like a fun thing
I think I know where you are. Wait.
that they thought of after lockdown. They totally thought of this after lockdown and couldn't do it on Switch, but they were like, let's do this on the Switch too.
Are you ready?
Smile.
Oh,
These guys have big fake streamer on a YouTube ad for mobile game energy. On God, they
There's an
really
additional
do.
Button. With the C button, you can pull up
Literally,
the chat menu.
yeah.
Oh, dang. Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call.
Wait,
coming right
actually,
now,
guys?
So, I'll be right back, yeah?
It might also just be like how they are as
You
people.
can
They might just be
quickly and
that
easily
awkward in
mute
real life
yourself
too.
and more. And
So
there's
we need a
this.
second lockdown. Hey, I'm not complaining.
By connecting this camera to the system,
I have feelings about the camera. We'll chat about it after we watch this because I think the camera feature, what I'm seeing right now, is really fucking dope. I think this shit is heat. This is awesome. Because this is gonna make it feel way more connected, especially when they show it with Mario Party games.
video chat
It looks
while
really
playing
good.
the game.
Your face is on here.
However,
It was good.
Here's
sorry, I'm pausing it. Anticipating Nintendo doing what Nintendo does best in true Nintendo fashion. Nintendo has always had this thing where third-party accessories sometimes brick switches or fuck with them, and it's just like not great. Like you never want to buy third-party that isn't licensed with Nintendo for a Nintendo product most of the time. I was thinking, oh, it's USB-C. Maybe I can get like an adapter and just use like one of my cameras that I have. It doesn't need to be my fancy Sony camera. It could be like some other fucking webcam I have. However, I wonder if it will break the Switch. However, this camera's only $50. I can't complain too much. I thought it was going to be $100.
I'm way behind, guys.
There you go. I bet you like
Can you wait for me?
please look forward to games.
I do think it's interesting that they do show that they're all using the same camera, but they do have different quality levels sometimes. This looks awesome though. I love that for Mario Party. I think that's so great.
Even when you're apart.
Reminds me of the
You can
Xbox
play
Connect
games
that
and
failed
hang out
hard.
As if you were together in the same room.
I think this is gonna fail if they don't let you use whatever camera you
And
want.
online multiplayer games.
So you're telling me a camera attachment is cheaper than the game? Yep.
Decide your own rules for a retro game competition.
It's also in.
Or
Oh,
hold a
I get
sports
it.
competition between families.
This is cute. Like you have to admit, this is
Together,
really cute.
Anytime, anywhere.
Because if there's one thing that Nintendo has always been, it's a family company. Like they've always been like, these games are meant to be played with a family. And, you know, ever since lockdown, you know, you don't get to see people as much. Even to this day, shit's still going on. So having something like this, I think is fabulous. I think it's great. It's a great way to connect, and it really does stand by Nintendo's ideologies, I feel like.
In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all
I'm gonna say it, I don't really see the issue with Mario Kart being $80. I don't see an issue with, here's the thing, Martin. It's $80 for digital only. It's $90 for a physical copy. I don't see an issue with Mario Kart being that expensive because it looks gorgeous. I did expect a price increase for games on the Switch too, but $90 for a physical game is rough. You're gonna be playing this game for like 8 years and put 2,000 hours into it. After the time, you're gonna remember like 20 extra. Yeah, exactly.
together in the same place.
It's just, in the current economy, especially in America,
Nintendo Switch 2
it's a bit pricey. It's a bit
which will be
pricey.
available on the same day as Switch 2.
I might be getting the camera. I'm gonna do a lot of research,
A
but I might be
Nintendo
getting the
Switch
camera.
Online membership will be required to use Game Chat. However,
Do, 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 do,
since
do,
we'd like
do,
as
do.
many people as possible to
I don't have a green
experience
screen in my office room, but I use a virtual background all the time, and none of them are as pixelated as that shown. Yeah, it's a bit interesting. Oh, yes, this I love. They decided to, like, you know, get people to decide if they want it. You get Game Chat open access period until March 31st, 2026. You might be thinking, holy shit, when is the Switch 2 gonna be released? No one say it in chat. Don't fucking say it in chat. They'll say it soon.
Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
I do like that. I think that's important. They did good with
We'd like
that.
to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends.
What is it? I already forgot.
On Nintendo
Oh.
Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. On
This
Nintendo Switch,
screams old Nintendo to me. The only game that I had that was like this, that like only one person had to have the game for anyone to play, was Mario Kart 7, I believe, on the DS. I'm glad they're bringing this feature back.
you
It's
can
not
play
for
together
every
locally
game,
on multiple systems
but it's like
with
for these
just one
multiplayer
game
games.
with GameShare.
I like that.
shown
Good
here,
on you,
even
Nintendo.
games that
You know,
require
games are
multiple
expensive.
screens
Let the
can
rich
be
people,
played with
let your
multiple
rich
phones
friends buy the games.
With GameShare, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a
I
time.
don't know why this is dripping.
GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. GameShare
Okay, wait, sorry. I zoned out for a second because I was seeing Gareth was home. There are some games in here. By some games, I mean one fucking game in here that I don't understand. It's Mario Odyssey. Why is Mario Odyssey one of those games? Excuse me? Because like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker makes sense. I think it's normally a single player game, but it's not that hard to make it multiplayer. Mario 3D World makes sense. Clubhouse makes sense. Big Brain Academy, I think, makes sense. I've never played it, but this doesn't make sense. So I'm
is
interested
planned
to
for
see what they
several
mean.
titles, starting with a free
You can play
update
2-player in
Clubhouse Games
Odyssey?
51 Worldwide
I didn't fucking know
Classics
that.
on Nintendo Switch.
Who do you play as, Luigi?
GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
One plays Mario, one plays
Up
Cappy. Oh.
We'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
The system does look
Please
cool
take
as
a look.
hell. You just throw the hat, it basically gives your kid something to do. Real.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how
Hot.
that compares to Nintendo Switch.
It does look really
Thickness
sleek
remains
compared
the
to the Switch. The Switch looks like a kid's toy now.
With approximately double the pixels
I love how
compared
they
to
have to
Switch,
say
you
the
can
sound
enjoy
was added.
games
Like,
in
no, I want my
great
Switch to
detail
make that
and
noise when I put the
big
Joy-Cons
screen.
on. I know, right? That's almost as big as mine.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles. The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and
Look how
dark
gorgeous
areas
that
of the images.
looks. A them.
All
A
new
them.
Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Now, people are still mad about that little like bit that like it connects to. They're like, oh, a kid's totally gonna break that. I don't think a kid's gonna break that because you have to press a button to fucking rip the Joy-Con off. You know, you can't just rip it off. Like, if your kid broke it, that's on them, not you. That's not them, that's on them, not Nintendo. Because Nintendo did everything they could And hell, I've put things, I put my normal Switch Joy-Cons in incorrectly before.
When playing with a Joy-Con
Not like
held
with like the
horizontal.
straps that they have. I worry the button makes it too easy to detach. That is something to be worried about. I'm interested to see. Mouse controls are fucking lit. This is awesome.
Used as a mouse.
I've seen people hate on this. This is fucking dope. This is the coolest shit.
By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer.
I'm interested
and
to
more
see
natural
this.
in handheld and tabletop modes.
Because like, obviously like that was
It
like
has a built-in
input
microphone,
audio.
so you can voice chat with friends anytime.
People hate
in
this?
game
Yeah,
chat.
people hate the mouse.
It also
I've seen
uses
people hate on it.
noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
I know! This is the coolest fucking thing! Dude, so many people are hating on the Switch too. It's
Even if you don't have a surround
ridiculous.
sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
The only thing is how many people have a flat surface lap height while playing games. This sounds so cool. I hope that it actually sounds like that.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this.
I think that's interesting. I don't know why you'd play it like that, but it's interesting.
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
For your camera!
It's
Or to
handy for
charge.
connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
I can only imagine how dirty the mouse area is gonna get though, dragging around a dirty coffee table. I agree.
Nintendo Switch
That
2
is something.
comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage. 8
This is
times that of
awesome.
Nintendo Switch.
32 gigs was
Storing your
so
game
fucking
downloads,
small on the
save
Switch.
data, and more. Reading and
Sorry,
writing
I keep
data is
running my mouse
also
over it.
faster.
4K support!
Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
That's awesome. For compatible games, obviously, but like that's still awesome, you have to admit. Like, look at that! You could choose! And I think the fan ventilation is also great.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan.
They basically
feature
made this a
system.
mini PC.
This
A
helps
mini
keep
portable
performance
PC.
stable.
On God.
On Nintendo Switch 2,
Is that Gareth?
You-
Sorry, I'm gonna pause. Hi, Gareth. Hi. Almost right there. I might not want her in here for much longer. Starting to get warm.
Yeah.
Mhm. No, she's just been laying down. I think she likes hearing me talk, but she's also probably playful. She'd probably like. And it's almost dinner time. Yeah.
Hi.
There we go. Now she's up. You wanna?
I'll take her.
You wanna show her on stream once? Gareth is officially a cat dad. He's so baby. Martin, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. I hope you're vibing, hope you're jiving, hope you're having the best day ever. Hey, Momo. Here's the baby. It is baby Momo. Sweet little angel baby. I don't know if you heard her meow off camera, but she has the sweetest little meow. Or just asleep in Garrett's arm. She is so lovey. She loves us so much. She sleeps with us at night. Sweet little baby Momo. Is it time to play? Is it time for dinner? I don't know what can the one that's farthest on the right, I think, is the one she hasn't had yet for what can't food.
Whichever one.
I don't remember. But she loved the salmon one. She ate it all up today too. So maybe we'll get more of those in the future.
Is it almost time for dinner?
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. I'll stop distracting.
No, you're
Hi,
good.
y'all.
Aw, that had to have been picked up. Go with Gareth, it's time to eat. Yeah, she knows. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Gareth. Thank you.
Oh, you got it.
Sorry, I just didn't want her being locked up in here anymore. It's starting to get pretty warm. And I was like, I'd rather her not be in here anymore. Momo says hi to you every time you approach her. It's precious. She is so precious. She says hi every single time. Like, I will walk into a room and she'll just literally just do a little meow. And I'm just like, little baby. Little baby. She's such a little angel baby.
You can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
I know. Garrett's hair does look really good. Thank you for saying that, Martin. I'm gonna let Gareth know you said that. I don't know if he was reading chat. Momo reminds me of Ducky Momo from Phineas and Ferb. We named Momo because of Avatar: The Last Airbender Momo, the lemur, because her eyes are wide like Momo's. Hi Space, welcome in. I hope you're vibing, hope you're jiving, hope you're having the best day ever.
Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I'm glad they said
The
that.
system from the ground up
Ooh.
and packed in lots of new gameplay features.
The Switch 2 is
To
textured.
help
That was a
players better
textured
understand the
image.
Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game.
I'm gonna be honest, I fucking hate this. Actually, I forgot about this. I hate this.
My current location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2.
This is cool.
Exclusive to Nintendo Switch.
I'm also super hyped for the Switch 2. I'm so excited. This is
Standing
cool.
Over here.
The only problem is this is a paid game. They didn't say
join
how
me inside
much.
the game.
It can't be $80, but if it's anything more than $15,
There
I'm
are a
not
lot
getting
of
it.
question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attached to the system.
They
with
really
magnets.
shouldn't have made this a game. I feel like they should have just made
Magnets
this like a
are inside the
feature on the
system.
Switch.
The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal.
Is there a riff on that PS5
So
game?
that's how they
Yes,
attach
that
to
is
the
exactly what it is. But I don't
The
think
magnetic circuit
they
is
should have
formed
done
between
it.
them,
I
so
think
they
it was
won't
wrong of
easily
them.
detach.
But it depends on your time zone, so you can pre-order them on the 8th.
Through
Yo,
examining
thank you for
signs
that
like
info.
these,
The
you
fuck?
can
That's actually
discover
really good
all sorts of
info.
secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example. the
Yeah,
Joy-Con
why
2
would you pay
controllers
money
have
to
mouse
learn about
controls.
it?
And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the golf
This
club
looks
and
really
put it up
shaky.
by
I think it's
rotating the
really
Joy-Con
funny.
tip.
It kind of reminds me of the Wii, but I don't hate it.
By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible.
This is
There's
why
secrets to
they
discover,
made it
even as
a
you're
paid
playing
game,
minigames
because
and
there's
tech demos.
games in it and everything.
Some of the
But I don't think
secrets
it's
range
worth
from the
it.
unique features of the system.
They should have
to
like
tiny details you might not notice until
made
they're
like
pointed
Wii
out.
Sports,
There are plenty.
because they made Switch Sports and that shit sucked.
Nintendo Switch 2 welcome.
But they
tour
should have made like
will
Wii
launch
Sports, because
as a
Wii
paid
Sports and
digital
Wii Play
game on the same
basically
day as
gave you
Nintendo
all the
Switch
information
2.
you needed to
So
understand the
please check it
Wii.
out
They
if
should have
you're
done that
interested.
with this, but they didn't.
Now, I'd like
She
to
did
share
eat that
some
wet fruit up,
information
Gareth.
regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2
It's
titles.
an interesting color scheme. I understand why they
It's
wanted
the
a
same
different
shape
color.
as Nintendo Switch game cards. but
They
it's
needed to
now
make
red,
it
and
different.
it has much faster data reading speeds.
Hi Disney.
Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
I'm gonna talk about this. Give me a second.
The regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Now, pause. Sorry, oh, damn it. Let me go back on the screen real quick.
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will
Okay, so what I've gathered from this, you do not need to get the Nintendo licensed SD card. You didn't need to get that SD card, the micro SD card for the Switch. You were able to get any micro SD card. You're gonna be able to get any micro SD express card. It's the only you can't use a micro SD. You need to use a micro SD express card. I don't know how expensive those are. If anyone wants to Google how expensive like a 256 gigabyte express card is. But they're just trying to like really like put out there like you cannot use a micro SD card. You need the express micro SD card. They're just showing the ones that they physically support because they want their money. you don't have to buy any Nintendo marketed one because it's just going to be way more expensive than it needs to be. So don't buy these. Buy ones that are micro SD express, not licensed by Nintendo. Just make sure it's like a Samsung or a SanDisk one. Get one of those. Don't get the one with the shitty Mario logo on it. Is $99? Okay. Expensive, but not the end of the world. Definitely not the upcharge for Nintendo logo is crazy. Yeah, no. Shit like this, don't do the Nintendo upcharge logo. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like 80 pounds. That's about what I expected from that. But when you have it, you never have to worry about it again. It's like it's a one-time purchase kind of a thing, as like the rest of it is, but you know what I'm talking about.
Will not be compatible.
I was so confused by that at
To
first.
transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account.
I'm very
and
happy
use
about
the
this.
System transfer feature. With this feature,
$60
you can
US.
transfer
Good,
saved
okay.
data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing
Ooh.
a new Pro Controller.
This Pro Controller is sexy. It's really good looking. I know it looks
On the back,
virtually the
there are new
same,
GL and GR
but I
buttons
really like
that you
how it
can use
looks.
to assign existing button controls.
Yeah, definitely shop around.
In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website.
I need to go to that website. I haven't gone to that
will also
website
be
yet.
an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development.
I did
of Nintendo Switch
$450 for
We
the Switch
hope you
2,
Check that out as well.
which I can't be super mad about. I understand it's like
Nintendo
a
Switch 2
really
launch date.
high quality console.
Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
June 5th! Y'all, in 3 days, it'll be 2 months. 2 months until the Switch 2 comes out. I was not expecting such an early release date. I don't think anyone was expecting that. I saw a leak on Twitter that was announcing it kind of earlier, like mid-year, like this, but I was not expecting June 5th. I was expecting a holiday release. I'm not mad about June 5th though, because that gives parents plenty of months to get their kids Switch 2 for Christmas or any other holidays around that time. That gives parents so much time, and I think that's really important. I've always hated release dates in the winter time with Christmas around the corner, because I think that creates a lot of mayhem and chaos and unnecessary things, because anyone who wants to buy this will buy this. You don't have to play around anymore, you know? I also thought it was going to be a holiday season release. No worries. Right, I'm asleep, but I can just say the actual biggest news coming out of this is that Hollow Knight Silk Song is coming in 25.5, and that news is joyous. Dude, they gave like a 2-second clip of it though. I missed it like 2 times that I watched it, and then I really focused on another time that I was watching another streamer's video of it. I was like, what the fuck? But good night, Martin. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see you soon. Good night, Martin. I know, 2 seconds. How funny. They also said they have a lot of inventory, so hopefully there won't be shortage issues. I hope there's also no scalping issues. That was holidays release also. Can't be mad. Hope violin is going well. I enjoyed hearing Zombie the other day. Yeah, we were listening to your violin stream, Martin. I'm sorry I wasn't chatting. I had Galfa over, so we were all kind of hanging out, but it was really fun watching you play the violin and all that. It was really, really good.
We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Okay.
These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
Okay, wait. Interesting that they have Tears of the Kingdom there, but they want you... I was not expecting a raid. Good thing I paused. Welcome in, raiders. I hope everyone's vibing. I hope everyone's jiving. I hope everyone's having a lovely, wonderful day. My name is Emily Blarg. I'm a Nintendo PC streamer. I go live every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at 5:15 p.m. EST. I know today's not one of those days, it's a Wednesday, but holy shit, the Switch 2 Direct was today, so we're watching that right now. We do a lot of Nintendo on this channel. That's why we're so fucking hype over this. But how is Stream Derp Stu? How is everything? How fucking hype are you for the Switch 2? Let me get some shout outs in. Oops, let me do this. Shout out. And then / shout out. Oh, I hear Gareth playing with Momo. That's so cute. This is your first time watching it? No. I've seen it all before. I watched it multiple times. We're just watching it together as a community because it's so fucking hype. It's so fucking hype. Also, what were you doing on stream? You were playing Donkey Kong 64? How the fuck was that? How was that? Of course. Thank you so much for, sorry, let me pause real quick. Thank you so much for bringing your raiders over. Also, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're vibing, hope you're jiving, hope you're having the best day ever. I'm 100% running it. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. That's so fucking hype. I hope it goes really well. And, anyone who did join in the raid, make sure you're taking care of yourselves. I know you just watched Derp Stu's amazing stream. I don't know how long it was. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Eat some food, drink some water. Go use the bathroom if you need. Take a screen break if you need. Do some stretches if you need. Take care of yourself. I beat the arcade machine on Monday and got the Nintendo coin. That was a pain but worth it. Hell yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals.
Hi, Foxy. Sorry, I was just thinking because I thought Nintendo Switch 2 edition games were Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, but they had Tears of the Kingdom as Switch portable games. I don't know if that was a mistake or if I'm misreading something, but we'll see. But hi, Foxy. I hope you're vibing, hope you're jiving, hope you're having the best day ever. How are you? Who's following me? Welcome in. I hope you're vibing, hope you're jiving, hope you're having the best day ever. Thank you so much for the follow.
And more.
And more.
Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
I thought I was gonna have to repurchase this game. I was pissed.
Please take a look.
But I was gonna do it because I have problems.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade.
I do think this looks
Nintendo
fucking
Switch
dope
2.
though.
The upgrade
Smash and
extends on the
Splatoon 3 are gonna get enhanced patches for higher FPS and multiplayer, then it gives Switch 2 players a competitive advantage technically. Ooh, that is interesting.
audio recognition.
I saw that, Derp Stew. Oh my god. It has to happen, right? Just chilling and making nuggies? Hell fucking yeah. Sauce of choice or no sauce?
All of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
I wonder if it's just the not the upgraded graphics for Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild if you don't get the upgrade date? Maybe.
First up,
That would make sense then. Good way to have camera with this, as you can witness breaking people's hearts when you steal their stars. That happened to me the other night when I was playing with Galva and Gareth. Look at that face! That was so funny. I love this. This is so fun. As someone who's like, friends are all over the world, this is just so cute. Garlic tonight? Fuck yeah.
A mode where the livelier
Look at Bowser tweaking out in the microphone.
bring you on stage 2. Hit blocks to collect the most coins.
I think this is a little
Car
ridiculous.
with your voice. Go. And compete in other mini games.
I think this is a little ridiculous, but
Finally, take a
won't
ride
complain.
on the mouse
Can't
control
complain.
carnival
It's fine.
coaster. With the safety bar
Dude,
lowered and secured,
Yoshi's not strapped in.
you're off.
Yoshi's gonna fly out of that fucking car.
Use mouse controls to shift
Like, I get that he looks bigger than everyone else, but like at the same time, like that is not on his lap. There is a huge space between his lap and the bar.
pipe, a mini game will begin. There's a bouldering game where
He's gonna jump out like he dodges taxes on God.
one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects.
Those bombs did
Enjoy
not
the thrill
ask
of
to get
these
spray
intuitive
painted.
mini-games. How quickly can you reach the
No worries,
station?
have a good time, Evie. Give the pup
From
extra
the
pets for
camera,
me.
The built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble. The biggest party yet is
Someone, I've seen like
Super
So
Mario
many
Party
people just be
Jamboree
like, mouse
Nintendo
controls.
Switch
I'm just
2
like, just
Edition
enjoy
plus
it.
Jamboree TV
They're cute.
launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th.
Have to wait a while for it though.
Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree
I own
can
it.
upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
This is something that I'm curious about. They don't really go into detail about upgrade packs because there's going to be a lot of games that require the upgrade packs. I wonder if it's like a one-time purchase and you just get the upgrades for like every game ever forever, or if it's like a membership service like Nintendo Online and you only get access to it if you pay monthly for it. I just want to know. Or if like you do purchase the upgrade pack, is it for each game specifically? I have no idea. They really didn't go into that. I'm fearing the worst because they didn't say anything. I feel like you might have to get an upgrade pack for every game, or it's a monthly
Please look forward
subscription.
to a new Mario Party experience where you can see each other's reactions
$10
while
per
playing.
pack?
Let's continue presenting some more
Okay, I
Nintendo
guess.
Switch 2 Edition games. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition of
Look
The
how
Legend
good
of
these
Zelda Breath
look!
of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced
Look at
resolution
that!
and frame
Look
rates.
how beautiful these games
They
look.
also support HDR,
And look!
which makes the image more vibrant.
Korok Forest!
So you can play with
It wasn't
smoother,
dropping frames!
graphics.
It looks beautiful.
You can get even
Also
more
this.
of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
I think this is great for anyone
This
who
new
is struggling to
feature can be
100%
accessed
this
via
game.
the Nintendo
I
Switch
personally
app
won't
on
use
smart
it.
devices.
I think I'm gonna work my
It's a
hardest to
game-specific
naturally
service that
100%
is
Tears of the
exclusive
Kingdom.
to the Switch 2 editions of these titles.
Oh, you can also do it for Breath
For
of the
example,
Wild though.
it can help guide you to various locations. Like
I might
shrines
use it
and
for Breath of
Koroks
the
you
Wild, but
haven't
maybe not
found
Tears of the
yet.
Kingdom. We'll see.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
I think that's kind of cool. Oh, look how good it looks.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes.
If the
and
Korok
send them
Forest
to
isn't 10 FPS, hell, I don't want it. On God. I don't believe 100% naturally is even possible. Then how did Point Crow do it? And how did Smolint do it? Because I feel like they did it like on release.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
They're just cracked. I think they're the exception, actually. I think you're right. Because I didn't do it naturally. You're right.
In Kirby and
Fun
the
fact, I
Forgotten
still
Land,
haven't
you'll be
beaten
able
this
to
game.
enjoy an additional story.
I was playing it on
exclusive
stream
to
and then
the
I didn't
Nintendo
finish
Switch
it.
2
I should
edition,
finish it at some
along with
point.
Improved graphics and frame rates.
I think it's
This story
really
takes
pretty
place in
though.
the Forgotten Land after being
This
struck
all
by
looks
a
really
powerful
good.
meteor that's causing some mysterious changes.
Hashtag not my forest.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure.
It's not a new event. Well, okay, actually, the
Metroid
edition is
Prime
new.
4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
When I hear the fucking Metroid theme, oh shit!
In
Oh
addition to
shit!
standard controls,
We're
you can
back,
use mouse
gamers!
controls for
We're
intuitive
fucking
gameplay
back!
on Switch 2. Plus,
I am playing
you can
this on
explore the
stream.
immersive
I don't give a
world in
shit if I only have one
60
viewer.
frames per second.
I'm playing this shit on
Enjoy smoother
stream.
action in full HD at 120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle.
Oh man.
Plus, Pokemon Legends ZA.
It's gonna be
is
me, I'm
scheduled
gonna
to
watch
launch
it.
later
Hell
this year.
yeah. See,
Not
Automon
only
is
the
my
Nintendo Switch
boyfriend.
version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well.
I'm gonna be honest,
By taking
it does
advantage
upset
of
me
the
that I'm
power of
not a
Switch
big
2,
Pokemon
you
gamer.
can enjoy
You
your
would fucking think
adventure in
otherwise with
City,
Slowpoke in my lap and my buff-ass Pokemon and all my other plushies. But I'm not the really biggest Pokemon player, but maybe I'd pick up a
The
Pokemon
Nintendo
game.
Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions.
I will 100% me upgrading Mario Party Jamboree, upgrading Breath of the Wild, upgrading Tears of the Kingdom, and upgrading Metroid Beyond. I don't even have Pokemon Legends, and I don't think I'll upgrade Kirby and the Forgotten Land unless everyone says I should.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Okay, this answers my question. you can't get it like one upgrade back for everything. You have to pay for each one, which means if it's true, we will have to pay for each one. Hopefully it is only $10. If it's any more than $10, that's robbery, Nintendo. Update Kirby, damn. Guess I'm updating Kirby.
To these Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
So my question is, can I still play the Switch 1 version without upgrading? I'm going to assume yes, because in the visual where they said Switch games on the Switch 2, Tears of the Kingdom was a featured game that they showed. So I'm assuming you could still play it without upgrading it. I fucking hope so. I personally will be upgrading them though, because Nintendo has me in a chokehold.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
This was so cool.
Please take a look.
I know exactly what this is, and I thought it was really fucking cool. The first time I saw this though, I was like, are we playing a DJ game? Are we gonna become DJs? But then I saw this and I was like, I love the accessibility. I think it's gorgeous. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not really a sports player. I don't really like sports games, so I don't know if I'd get it, but Gareth might be really interested in this, honestly. He might want to play it. There you go. Even coming from someone who bought an OLED, wait, I think the Switch 2 is a huge upgrade, so I think it's worth it. I also think so. Do you think it will be a system worth upgrading to, even with already owning a Switch, seeing there's so many new features? Yes. I think it is worth I think it will be worth upgrading to the Switch 2. 100%. It's a whole new console. They will be releasing games on the Switch 2 that will not be released on the Switch. It probably won't happen until probably 2026 that you'll start seeing that. But at some point they're gonna stop releasing things. I let that through. Oh well. I think this is really cool though. Summer 2025. I'm shocked. Sorry, I'm shocked there's no actual release date for that this summer.
You'll use both
but
Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking
Well, I know
forward
what
to
this
new
reminds me
twist
of.
3-on-3 matches
This-
using dual mouse controls.
This reminds me of ARMS. When Nintendo released the game ARMS, I remember seeing ARMS and being like, who's gonna fucking play that? And then a lot of people played ARMS. Same thing with Splatoon. I was like, who the fuck's gonna play Splatoon? Now it's like one of like the biggest titles for Nintendo. I don't think this will be a huge title for Nintendo, but I think enough people will have interest in it.
Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Max. Okay, let's pause. Let's pause this kind of conversation. Let's pause a little gross conversation right now. Has a bit of ARMS vibe. It also reminds me of Metroid Blast on Balls. Blast? Oh. I read that as Blast on Balls! Okay, Metroid Blast Ball is a game. I read it as Metroid Blast on Balls.
The rays of grace.
Slay Metroid, I guess. Blast those balls. I do love that since Nintendo is going to have a 4K console, they're able to have games like this on the Switch now. They're able to have an Elden Ring game on there that's probably not going to run like shit. Who would have thought?
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games. Here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Hades
2.
nuts!
Our first
Got
ever
him!
sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the
Is Hades 2 already out?
You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the
I'm not too sure.
getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory.
It's an early access, okay. So they're just saying like, okay, Hades 2 will be on the Switch 2. Not out, but it will be out, and when it comes out, you can get it on the Switch 2.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルはス ストリートファイター6です。
This is cool.
本体を持ち寄って
I've never played Street Fighter, but it looks really good.
モードもあります。ソフトは
It's extremely polished as it currently is, so it's gotta be close. I hope so.
Gears 1, 2 Fighters Edition の
A lot of companies were kind of like announcing games for this specific direct, and I was like, damn, Nintendo. Nintendo showing their hand with that.
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence.
What is this again?
Mechanism confirmed.
There are some games I don't remember because they're not the AAA title games.
With spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
I probably... Why don't I remember this? I totally zoned out on this. I played Street Fighter on an old flip phone when I was in middle school, but this is sick.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment.
FromSoft releasing Switch games is huge for their cred. I know, right?
Thanks for the warm welcome.
I feel like I know that voice actor.
It will be ours.
I don't think I get this game personally because I don't think it's a game that necessarily interests me unless someone says that they think I'd really enjoy it. But it looks fucking amazing.
I'll tear you apart.
I'll tear you apart!
Children, bring hope to our lives.
Damien and Machina. Lucky! Cute.
Hey, this is Joseph.
I fear I'm too easily influenced. I'm scared for my bank account right now. Same.
Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, this
The
look
game is
cute.
a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy.
I feel like this might be really fun for me and Gareth to play off stream. I've really been trying really hard to find games to play off stream and find games to play on stream. There's always that balance because some games are better off stream.
We're bringing fans together.
I'm gonna make Gareth play FIFA on the Switch too, I guess. Instead of his fucking PC. You know, he probably will just keep it on the PC, honestly, but... Madden! Yo, let's go Madden 8 on the Switch too. No, I'm kidding. I forget the one that Scott the Waz is obsessed with.
We're bringing
Ew.
Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2.
Sorry, we don't give a shit. This is heat! We got Tony Hawk. Sorry, I know, right? Bleh. I only played one Tony Hawk game my entire life, and it was on the N64. It was Tony Hawk 64. I sucked ass at it because I didn't know any of the button combinations. I didn't know that button combinations were a fucking thing at the time. I was, maybe 3.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2.
Damn, Nintendo's kind of moving out of their only friendly game, family-friendly games era. Now they're like, kill a man and feed him to the hippos. Nintendo, going from family-friendly to kill a man and feed him to the hippos.
Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the...
Just so you know, sub literally just ran out, and now I'm gonna cry. Oh, this is fucking heat. James Bond, let's go, baby! I've never played a James Bond game.
James Bond.
Project 007.
Is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
I'm excited for that. I think that could be a lot of fun. Genuinely.
The story of life.
Damn, she had hips. Sorry. What was that Assassin's game called? I don't think it's the N64 reboot. I don't think it is, but I'm not too sure. Does anyone know what that is? Because I don't necessarily know if I want. I mean, like, I could just go back really quick.
Build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features.
I don't exactly know where to go with that.
And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG.
Did they Square Enix? Why did they say that? It's Square Enix, brother.
Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
Someone tell you it's Hitman? Thank you, Galfa.
我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。
Once again. Once again. Damn, Galfa. And ads?
伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。今後のシリーズ展開にも
I don't know if I personally play these. It's just not a game I have ever typically played, but it looks awesome.
From our publishing and development partners. But for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
Oh, it's this! Good audio for this. Good audio for this. Are you guys ready?
Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface. Their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom.
Pause. I don't know if this is the same voice actress. She sounds a little different.
But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
Get ready!
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Let's go! Hyrule Warriors! Age of Imprisonment! I'm gonna be streaming this and y'all can't fucking stop me. Bum, 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 bum. I'm so ready to play as Zelda and beat the shit out of everyone. Look at her go. Look at my queen go. Yeah, use your sword, girly pop. That is so good. Good on you, Nintendo. They knew what I wanted. Coming this winter. That's so soon.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo.
I'm so excited.
We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the imprisoning.
That better come with the Zelda Edition Switch.
Which took
Ooh.
place in Hyrule long ago.
I don't think it will because it's not a AAA title game.
And now, some
maybe.
news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
Let's go!
And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
Alright guys, you guys aren't ready for this. You guys aren't ready. Boom!
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library.
GameCube!
To Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo.
We're getting the cube on the Switch too.
Here are the titles.
The Gay Cube.
A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton. Link sets.
I'm not sure if I want to restart Wind Waker on this or just restart it on my Wii. It's something I need to consider. This is dope as hell.
Swords eternally retold. In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon. And Link.
It's Link! It's Ocarina of Time Link! He looks awesome! I've seen this before. I never believed it was real. I thought it was like some modded shit. Also, oh my god, F-Zero GX multiplayer. I love F-Zero GX with a burning fucking passion. I sucked at it, but my brother kicked ass at it. And I love this game. Story mode is great.
F-Zero GX.
And multiplayer!
Support multiplayer. Up to 4 can play together locally or online.
That's so exciting.
Enjoy these classic games.
There was controversy? What was the controversy?
Higher resolution than the original releases.
It looks good.
You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking.
I love that. Custom control buttons. Thank God.
More titles will be added in the future.
Basically all games that you'd expect from the GameCube. There's a couple that aren't
Nintendo
shown yet.
GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo
This
Switch
happened during the
Online
Wind
plus
Waker 2
expansion pack.
release for the Cube.
Launches
Wind Waker 2?
same day
Oh,
as
Twilight
console
Princess? Also,
and a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller.
I already have so many GameCube controllers, and I'm about to
It can
purchase
connect
another one.
wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly
I
access
have
Game
problems.
Chat.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo
No, this
Switch
is
2.
this is coming out Switch 2. Okay.
Whether
They're coming
you're
out Switch
familiar
2.
with the games
They already have those out, don't they? No, not yet.
We hope you're looking forward to
Saw one at the
Nintendo
store for
GameCube.
OG Switch. It might.
Of course,
They might
you
have
can
something
continue
like
to play
that.
Select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2.
God. Shelling out money
Let's
to
see some more
Nintendo
games
forever,
from
aren't
publishing
I?
and development partners.
That's what I get for being a Nintendo baby. I knew this immediately. It's Toby Fox, Deltarune. Deltarune Gamers won today. I've never played Deltarune. But now I might have to. I might have to play it. It's coming out on the Switch. But not Emily. I don't know why I'm chibi dancing to it, but it feels right. One thing you can always count on with Toby Fox is good music. Deltarune is waiting! I could cry. Now, if anyone's wondering why I never played Deltarune, is because I love Undertale. I know everything about Undertale. I'm obsessed with Undertale. I was there when it was first released. And Deltarune does not necessarily have all the same characters, and that's just my brain out. Because I fell in love with all the Undertale characters.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox.
Hi, Randy.
Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2.
Woohoo! It means nothing to me because I've never played these games before, but for anyone who has played these games, I'm happy for you. Chapter 3 and 4 still isn't full game. They have to wait longer.
Ambitious Borderlands game.
Brother, Toby Fox, why?
Will launch in 2025.
Gamers really are winners. He started his music from home. Yes, he did start on Homestuck.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
I love seeing that so many companies partnered with Nintendo like this. This is really Nintendo. Nintendo has always had their own place in the gaming world, separate from PlayStation and GameCube, because Nintendo is so unique. But this is Nintendo kind of taking a step forward, being like, no, we are the gaming company. And I fuck with that. I fucking love Nintendo.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinx.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as
This all means nothing to me. I'm happy for whoever is enjoying this, but it means nothing to me. I'm not a sports game person.
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went
I think this is another one that I wasn't paying attention to.
and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees.
Whoa, that animation's awesome!
Awesome! You nailed it!
You just said awesome too! Awesome! You nailed it!
Tastes amazing, doesn't it?
Delicioso.
Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop.
I think this is really cute, now that I'm looking at it. I think this is a really good game for friends or young kids with friends.
Let's set sail.
I don't know if I'll get it though.
For home.
Yeah, survival kids, yeah, that's definitely a kid's game. I was gonna say, I'm like, it doesn't look like a game for adults.
From Dodge Roll.
Why did he sound miserable? What is this?
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
What?
Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now reloaded in a new 3D art style.
WWE 2K, what would Emily to do K?
Still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
Balls. That was a lot of balls in there. Oh, look at him! Look at his little fucking face! Once again, like, I don't know if I necessarily play this game. It looks like a game that might be more meant for kids, but I think it's really pretty. That would have scared me so bad as a kid. Star Seeker coming 2026. Astroneer Expedition.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the
I
first
know
time.
everyone was hype over Cyberpunk. I was never interested in Cyberpunk. Apparently though, like, it's like good or something, but it came out like really glitchy or some shit. I don't fucking know anything, but might I play it? Maybe. Will I stream it? Probably not. If I did end up getting it, I don't think I'd get it on the Switch 2.
Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
こんにちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。
Square Enix.
Nintendo Switch 2
They got the Peanuts 2 in Cyberpunk. Huh?
インターグレードを発売いたします。
Final Fantasy 7 remake? Fuck. Oh no, you can see every fucking strand of hair on his head. This is something that I totally get. I totally get Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Switch 2で展開する FF7 リメイクシリーズ。
Oh man, I've never really played a Final Fantasy game before. I've always wanted to play Final Fantasy 13. Look at all these games! And then they're gonna like drop Silk Song for like 2 seconds at some point. I'm gonna actually pay attention so I don't miss it because I missed it so many times. Hollow Knight 6 Silk Song. Up for like 5 seconds. That's honestly ridiculous. Should have logged into my Steam while I was there so you could have access to my Steam family. Well, you're gonna be moving here at some point probably, so you could still do it at some point. Witchbrook! Holiday 2025. Gonna be on the Switch and Switch 2. I keep missing all these games. Star Wars Outlaws looks really interesting. If the Switch 2 lasts for as long as the Switch does, then the expensive stuff would pay off for sure. Oh, 100%. I've only had my Switch technically for 5 years. And I would personally say I've gotten my money's worth out of it. Each game, even though like, you know, especially like Tears of the Kingdom was $70, it was worth it to me because I knew I was going to be playing it for like ever. And look at me now, obsessed with it. Like a problem. I guess 5 seconds is all they have right now. Let's just hope they'll be ready. This looked like Little Nightmares. I don't know what that is. Fortnite! Will Fortnite be playable on the Switch too? Will Dead by Daylight be playable on the Switch too? We'll find out. We'll see if it's actually high quality with the mouse controls. I think the mouse controls really pushes Nintendo to the forefront. It's really giving, and 4K, it's really giving PC but portable, and I like it. Put Silk Song in my hands and I'll believe it. I've never played Hollow Knight. Is that something I should play? I know, Tamagotchi Plaza.
The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners. Please take a look.
This is apparently a game that everyone was excited for. I don't really know. You'd love it. Maybe I'll play Hollow Knight on stream one day. Maybe that's a game I'll play. Also, it's thundering and grunder in here. I'd be so scared right now. Thunder does scare me, but I like thunder.
My blood.
I give you blood
my life
of my cooch. Sorry. I had to. It was too easy.
can transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dust.
This means something to people. It means nothing to me. You can tell that I was a Nintendo baby my whole life. From Software. I hope it's has software. That's what games need. Wow, that looks gorgeous. His hand has a butthole. I know, right? This is all new lore, actually, separate from Bloodborne. Interesting. Is it a whole new game? Are people hype over this, Galfa? So it means nothing to everyone. Got it. But are people hyped for this? Is this something that people are like, oh my god, over? Do I need to know anything about the previous games if I want to play this? Because that would be rough if I wanted to play it. Whoa, look at him float. I'm hype as fuck and that's all I care about. Do I need to know anything prior though? Some people are pretty excited. It's something though, so we gotta see. Interesting. Heat. Heat. Why did it say heat? Oh, is he a vampire? Interesting. It's a new series because Dark Souls ended and Bloodborne is different. So I don't need to know anything. That frog freaks me out though. I don't think this is technically in the Bloodborne IP, but it's of course as close as okay.
Now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able.
His dual pistol?
Carrier of blood.
Why is he a fucking dinosaur? I mean, it looks dope as fuck. If I hear good things about it, there is a chance I might get it. I just don't know if I'll stream it.
And one alone.
It does look sick. The Dusk Blood. So it's not Bloodborne, it's the Dusk Blood. That blood is dusky. Oh yeah, the rat bird. What an odd thing to look at. At least the blood isn't dusty, oh god.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software. We'll be
By
publishing
From
a
Software, I
creator's
didn't know.
voice article
Oh
where
shit!
games director
A rat!
Hideo
That can
Miyazaki
fucking
will share more
fly!
details about the game, so please check it out when
That's
it's
the
available.
evolution that we don't want to see.
That's all from our publishing and development partners. We'd like to thank
There are
the
some really good
developers
titles
who
coming out. That's pretty fucking
as well as
dope.
our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation.
Yes, thank you. Because that was fucking
In
cool as
addition to
hell.
what you saw today, our partners are
My
working on
blood is
many
dust
games
at this
coming
point.
to
I need a
Nintendo Switch.
beverage. Get some water, Lulu. Hydrate or
We'll showcase more
dihydrate.
games
You're
in
so
the
right.
future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Garrett's mom got me an Awala. I officially have an Awala now.
Please take a look at this.
This was when I was like, is this a new Kirby game? A new Smash Bros game? We love Awalas. I love my Awala. It's fucking dope. It's the Awala Wada Bottle. Air ride, yes, air riders. I have 5, but they're all different and serve different purposes, so don't judge. I don't judge. I don't judge. If you use them all for different reasons, that's fine. Also just, you know, having a couple that you cycle through when you clean them, totally fine. Poop. That's a butthole. You had sushi? Oh, I wish. I'm actually having chili tonight, which I'm very excited about. I think chili's tonight. I'll have to see what Garrett's up to. If a lot of my friends end up getting this, I will be getting this too. Otherwise, I'm not too sure. Mostly because the only karting game in my heart is Mario Kart. I'll be going to get sushi in June. Hell yeah. If I buy it 5 times, you'll count that as a lot of friends getting it. Helpful.
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand
Don't say
new
that.
name.
Don't say GameCube 20 years ago and make me actually
forward to
feel
Kirby Air
emotional
Riders,
damage in my
directed by
ass.
Masahiro Sakurai.
Like, what the fuck?
Next is our last trailer for today. Please take a look.
This trailer's fucking cool as hell. This looks awesome. When I saw this at first, I was like, another Pikmin game? And then I saw the bananas, and I was like, oh wait, maybe it's Donkey Kong. I was like, I don't really know what I'm looking at. I don't really know. And then when I saw this, I was like, okay, it's totally a Donkey Kong game, but I don't understand it. I still don't understand it, but I think it's so pretty. Oh, if you hear that thunder, sorry. Donkey Kong looks awesome. I love his new designs. I think he looks so friendly, so fun, so quirky. He looks so good. And this game, gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. People keep saying Minecraft though. I don't see the Minecraft. Everyone was like Donkey Kong Minecraft. Let me see if I'll see the Minecraft moment. So I still don't see the Minecraft moment. Because this just looks like a Donkey Kong game. I mean, I don't see the Minecraft. I don't see the building. That's cool, that's fun. This! Oh my god! It's like Donkey Kong 64. That one scene, beautiful. They saw him go underground and send Minecraft, that's insane. People are so funny. Ooh, banana. That is a good reference. I will be playing this game. Maybe streaming it. I just don't know how many of y'all would actually want to see me play a Donkey Kong game. I feel like it would be fun. Oh no, she's hot. Ooh, banana. Look at his fucking face. Look how expressionate all these characters are being. I love this.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong called
DK.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Donkey Kong. Dun 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 dun. DK.
Smash through enemies,
Donkey Kong.
walls, the ground, and just
Yeah,
about
Candy Kong has
everything
always
to
been
demolish
weirdly
your way
hot.
through a massive underground world. More details will be shared in the future.
I just
We
love
hope you're looking forward
how
to it.
much they're like, know what? Nintendo's supposed to be fun. Let's make it fun. No, thank you for giving us the Switch 2.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
That's so soon.
Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available.
Dabs for DK?
We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version.
I'll probably
of
be
Mario
getting the
Kart
bundle. I got problems. Gonna get that
For
bundle.
more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
They better not. I am back and have rested up now. I'm glad to hear it, Derps too. Welcome back.
We have to share for today. You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch.
That's okay. It's not that long.
We're
I really
very
can't
much looking
complain.
forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, the bundle does save you money. Girl math.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Uno reverse card. Thank you. Now, I will say, if they release a special edition Switch 2 before the end of 2025, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm buying the original one. And if they're like, here's a limited edition Tears of the Kingdom Switch, I will shit my pants and then buy it. It's like, damn. It's like, damn! I can't wait it out. I can't. Like, normally, here, let me go back to this screen. Normally I would wait it out, but I can't fucking wait it out. I can't. As a streamer, I just physically can't. Like, I need to get it. So I'm probably gonna end up getting it right away. Has some news. I got an email from Nintendo. What? Wait, what's the email? What's the email? I need to know. 2 Switch 2's more Animal Crossing files. Here's the thing, I have been considering it. Wait, I didn't mean for caps lock. Sorry for yelling, you're good. Don't even worry about it. I do that all the time, especially since my keyboard's basically broken. I've been selected to pre-order the Switch 2? I don't think I got that email. That's so sad. Check later, but I don't think so. I'll just pre-order it from like Target or some shit. We have a couple Targets near me, so that's pretty good. Retailers over here already sold out. Pre-orders don't go live today though. Pre-orders go live, what, like a week from now? Right? Am I gonna actually explode live on stream? And this is the final Emily Blark stream ever. Forever. Because I exploded in rage. Here, wait. I'm actually gonna go... Do they have it in the description? They do. Like, outside of Nintendo companies already have some open. That should be illegal. I think that is illegal, technically. I think that technically is illegal. I think they'll have some in stock by 2030 when I can afford it. But then the next console will be out. Also, here's the website. How to buy. Wait, is it gonna dox me? It's gonna dox me? Oh, I have to sign in to look at it? Okay, then never mind. I'll look at that on my own time. I'll look at that one on my own time. But we got this. Switch 2, $449.99 or $500 with Mario Kart. Honestly, I will say, for anyone who is like, okay, you might not be able to get this depending on demand and availability. But if you can get the bundle, fucking do it, because that means Mario Kart World is only $50 instead of $80 or $90, depending on if you get physical or not. I'm assuming this bundle means a digital copy of it and not a physical copy. Emily, let me dream. I actually want the physical copy of Mario Kart. It is digital, I figured. Limited time production through fall 2025, available while supplies last. Is this the whole fucking direct? That's awesome. So technically, we only have 3 titles for Switch 2. Basically. Like, we have Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I'm kind of adding Metroid Prime 4 Beyond to that list because it's coming at the end of the Switch cycle and the beginning of the Switch 2 cycle. So I'm gonna kind of count that. So we're basically getting 3 games for the Switch 2. I think that's typical. I think this happens with Nintendo all the time where people get mad at release titles that come with their new consoles. People got mad with the Wii. Actually, I don't know if people got mad with the Wii. People got real mad with the GameCube. I think the N64 had weird issues with it too, where people were mad at it, but I think people are just always mad at the N64. The Wii, I think, was fine because they had a Zelda game and a 3D Mario game. That was pretty goated. Hi, Tessie, welcome in. And the Switch had Breath of the Wild. So I don't think people complained about that, but people are definitely complaining about this. But at the same time, like, people have to realize, like, we already got the, like, new AAA Zelda title for the Switch. They're not gonna have another AAA Zelda title for another probably 7+ years. Probably 10 years if we're lucky. Like, I don't know the likelihood of getting another AAA Zelda game on this console. It's probably gonna happen. I will say, I'm putting my foot down on this. They can't do another Zelda in the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom universe. They technically could, because I feel like I found a loophole in my brain. If you take lore from, I think it was Ocarina of Time, the lore isn't it like every 100 years a male Gerudo is born, and that's Ganon, who like wants to like take over Hyrule basically. If you have that lore in Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom, in Breath of the Wild they found Clammy Ganon, but then 100 years passed and they killed that Ganon. So that's 100 years later. They had Calamity Ganon, and then 100 years passed. And then 7 years later, because canonically Tears of the Kingdom I think is 7 years after Breath of the Wild, they had a Ganon, but not 100 years later Ganon. They had a Ganon from centuries ago. So technically they're due for a new Ganon, but I don't think they should go that route. I think they really need to move. I think if they do another game in that universe, it would be incorrect. I think it would be not great. I heard Clammy Ganon. I like calling him Clammy Ganon, because like Ganon in Breath of the Wild, he's called Calamity Ganon. He doesn't actually have like his physical Gerudo form. He just has like his monster-esque form. Ooh, and they do mention in Breath of the Wild, Urbosa at one point when it's like the final fight with Ganon, if you get all the Divine Beasts, she said he once masked himself as a Gerudo. I'm going to defeat you in honor of the Gerudo or something like that. Like that was kind of her line at one point. So they could do it. Nintendo, you better not be fucking watching this and taking notes. I thought they said they weren't gonna use that universe anymore. I hope not. Like, don't get me wrong, I fucking love that universe with every grain and fiber in my being, but it'd be overkill if they did another one. Or the theory being Calamity Ganon isn't the real Ganon, but another Blight. Wow, that actually would have been crazy. Isn't he just evil fart cloud? He basically is an evil fart cloud. Clammy Ganon and Hawk Ganondorf. Wait, I'm sorry, what? Yeah. I call Breath of the Wild Ganon Gammon because he's a pig. He is. What exactly does Urbosa say? One second. Breath of the Wild champion. Ganon. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Pause this.
Now my moment has finally come. Brace yourself, Ganon, for the sting of my revenge.
Oh my god, why is it so low quality? Nope.
This will be our final opportunity.
Okay, that's it.
We will not fail.
Imagine if you get a game over when they say that.
Let's go, little guy. Now, open up wide, Ganon.
Yeah! Open up wide, Ganon. She says it here, right?
100 years in the making. Hold on, princess. Our moment
No,
has
okay, she
come.
doesn't say it here. She says it when you free her. Let me find that scene really quick. I was mistaken. Urbosa. Oh. Breath of the Wild saving Urbosa. Is it this? Oh. How about Urbosa freed? There we go. Okay. This should be it. Sorry, this is me just being a fucking nerd.
Moment to see you finally rush Hyrule Castle.
She says it after the Divine Beast does his thing.
You celebrate
There we go.
Noboru, legend of the Gerudo, celebrated over ages. And you, who were named to honor her. You are a legend as well. Isn't that right, Naboris? The bitter essence of defeat from a century ago still sits upon my tongue. But that is now in the past.
She has to fucking say it or I'm crazy. I'm gonna have to do Googling.
That Calamity Ganon once adopted the form of a Gerudo.
She does say it.
And that will make this victory all the more satisfying.
She's kind of the baddest bitch ever.
Like that. Now I can take this personally.
Oh no, she's hot!
Once we've established a lock on that thing, it will be up to Link to keep Ganon occupied until the moment we unleash our strike.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Mommy, sorry. On God, though. She's so mommy. She's literally so mommy. Just thought of something with the new Hyrule Warriors. Twin Rova is gonna be in it. Twin Rova? Who's Twin Rova? She got her summer bod. Imagine. Also, wait, do they show here? They're coming out with the Sage amiibos. I can get Tulin. I can have Rito friends. I'm gonna get Tulin. And then when I'm playing, I could be like, yo, Tulin, can I get a lift? Ganon surrogate mothers, they had a cameo in Tears of the Kingdom. Did they? Was it in a flashback in the before times? Tulin and Revali. I just love the Ritos. I love them so much. They're so baby. They're so baby. Wah, wah, wah. But yeah. How to buy. I have to look into that more later. Gonna have to look into that more later and hope I didn't fucking miss the boat on that one just yet. The Ritos are underrated. They really said, like, people really said, damn, I just hate Revali. I'm not gonna learn anything else about him. And then everyone just was like, meh, the Ritos. But Revali's just baby. He's literally, I think, the youngest champion other than Link and Zelda in Breath of the Wild. Like, he is canonically a teenager. I'm old and crusty, so I'm thinking of Ocarina of Time, though. Yes, I'm also thinking Ocarina of Time. I don't know if they appeared in any other Zelda games. I just remember them from Ocarina of Time. But I also haven't completely beaten Twilight Princess, haven't played Wind Waker, haven't ever played Skyward Sword. Oh my god, that's another game I totally play on stream. I totally play Skyward Sword. I just have a Zelda addiction or something. That was a fun stream though. I had a really good time with that. Thank you guys. Okay, here's the thing. The reason why I never played Skyward Sword is because Skyward Sword came out initially on the Wii and it used motion controls and the motion controls were mandatory, I'm pretty sure, on the Wii. And everyone fucking hated it. So everyone shit on Skyward Sword. So I was like, oh, it's just a shitty Zelda game. I'm not gonna get it. Once it came out on the Switch, everyone loved it because they didn't make motion controls mandatory. And then people really started loving it. And I was so confused because I didn't know this change, because I was like, damn, everyone fucking hated this game when it first came out. What's the change up? What's the switch up? But you know, that happens sometimes. Where like there's gonna be like, you know, big dislike, but then like people could switch up easily. I feel like that happens so much, you know? Maybe I need Skyward Sword now. I need every Zelda game in existence is what I'm basically saying. I am on the hunt. If anyone finds one for a decent price, let me know. But I'm on a hunt for an Ocarina of Time N64 golden cartridge. That is authentic and not some bullshit. We had one when I was growing up, and it's really sad because it fucking broke. And, you know, my family didn't think much of it at the time, and they tossed it. And that is still something that now that I'm older, I'm like, damn, that fucking sucks. But it like genuinely broke, like it just didn't work anymore. You have one, Max? Did you know that you're living my dream? Did you know that you're living my dream right now? I'm glad I didn't cry on stream. I'm glad, it would have been fun to have my genuine reaction to the Switch 2 Direct, but I'm glad that I watched it beforehand. I was able to talk with you guys a bit more about it. I was able to dissect it a bit more with you guys. And you also didn't have to witness me actually sobbing at any of the Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild stuff. I know that you guys would support me in my sobbing, but you know. It belonged to my brothers, but I snatched it because I knew they sell it for illicit substances. Good on you, Max. They don't deserve that shit. It is a small price to pay in exchange for being a big brokey. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's in the right hands. I do dude, I didn't have a Zelda obsession before Breath of the Wild, so we can all blame Cope for that, in like a good way. Because Cope got me to play Breath of the Wild because they saw I had it on my Switch and they were like, why haven't you played it? And I was like, because I got confused. And they were like, I will literally hold your hand through this. And I was like, okay, bet. And they did. And I'm very grateful for them. I played other Zelda games before. I just wasn't as obsessed with Zelda as I was with like Mario games. I really loved my Mario games. We were more of a Mario household, but now I'm a Zelda addict. I'm one of those people now. Oopsie doopsie. If I can save the tears for the Uber, you can save the tears for post-stream. Exactly. Exactly. Also, Galfa, did you ever hear anything about that GameCube on Facebook Marketplace? I totally forgot to ask you about that, but it's okay if it didn't end up working out and it had roaches in it or something. I never did. Rude and homophobic of them. How dare they? Literally holding your hand sounds counterproductive. Dude, they actually had... I have to upload all my VODs to a YouTube channel and then make YouTube videos out of them. Because, oh my god, I was such a mess in those Breath of the Wild videos. Such a fucking mess in those Breath of the Wild videos. That was Tears of the Kingdom for me, TBH. It was my first Zelda game. I wasn't allowed as a child, but now I have adult money! Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. They had a special edition Switch with every single Zelda game on it. I would buy it, same. I don't know why they don't do that. I kind of do, but like, if they were like, get this Switch for $1,000 and it's like designed beautifully with like Zelda logos and stuff, and you get every Zelda game you like ever produced on it. Okay, I say ever produced. It might be a little bit more expensive than $1,000 at that point. It might be like $2,000. But if they said that, I'd be like, bet, here's $2,000, Nintendo. Because I have problems. And they do the same thing for Mario, and I'd be like, bet, here's $2,000, Nintendo. I have problems. Yes, please, Gareth. I'm probably gonna end stream shortly anyways, so I'm probably gonna help you with that too. I'm actually really hungry now, so good timing. And then I could rest easy and never care about a single game ever again until they release another Zelda game. Until they release another, and then you're like, fuck. They keep releasing them, and they're still good every single time. Every single time they're good. Dinner won't take me long. Let's go! The song is fun, I know, right? Super Mario 64 file select from Blue Brew Music, because what else am I listening to ever? 20 mainline games so far, I think, for the Switch 2? Is that what you're saying? Or are you talking about Zelda? I was like, what are we talking about? Oh my god, hi Cope! We were just talking about you! We were just talking about how you held my hand through Breath of the Wild. Cope, did you watch the Switch 2 Direct? Yeah, no, all good things, not bad things. We were literally just talking about how my Zelda obsession became an obsession thanks to you, because you held my hand through Breath of the Wild. Because I didn't know how to play Breath of the Wild before that. And now look at me, a master gamer. Haven't watched the Direct, but I've seen Tumblr go over most of it. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm forcing you to look at least one thing. Yes, it is here. Yeah, the prices are rough. Like, I can get behind $450 for the Switch 2 because it's in 4K. $80 for a digital game is rough. $90 for a physical game, rough. Okay. Sorry. I don't know if you've seen the video for this, Cope, but I want you to experience the beauty with all of us.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
It looks so good!
Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo
I think
Switch
the
app
Zelda
on smart
Notes
devices.
is really smart.
It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions.
I'm
of these
very
titles.
glad that they're doing this because,
For example,
holy shit, these are
it can
some
help
really
guide you
big
to
games
various
that I know
locations,
people need
like
help with.
shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating.
Funny part is, unless your monitor has HDR, they
Proceed
tricked
more.
you. I don't even know what HDR is. Look how beautiful this looks, though!
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another
I did
player
watch
to
a bit of
create
this.
in
It looks
their
gorgeous, but do existing orders get those specs as an upgrade? Yes! Yes! They are doing pack upgrades for specific games. They're doing a pack upgrade for Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Oh, there was another game that I'm forgetting right now. That was a pretty big game. And people are speculating, because you have to pay for each pack upgrade, but they're speculating it's only a $10 purchase for people who already have the games. So it is still like, damn, I have to spend how much for it, but oh, Mario Party, thank you. It is Mario Party Jamboree. The console being 4K only means something if you're a TV fan play. I like playing on the TV though. I don't mind playing handheld. I prefer playing on the TV though, or my PC. High dynamic range. It basically layers different versions of an image over each other. Oh. I can only imagine what that means. Also, like scrolling through this, being like, where is it? I'm assuming you already saw this, Cope, but I'm also making you watch this too, just because we're both Zelda nerds.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose.
I'm so excited for
To
this.
vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
I don't know if it's the same voice actress. She sounds a little different.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
I'm so excited for this. Immediate purchase, immediately gonna play it, gonna stream it, non-stop. Oh my god, Cope, it is canon! It is confirmed canon! This is confirmed canon. I am so excited. I'm like, because I understand that Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity wasn't canon because they beat Ganon and no one actually dies, so like, and 100 years doesn't pass, so it's like an alternate reality. But when I first saw this, before they announced that it was actually canon, I was like, oh my god, we are getting canon events here. Because why would they release this and just be like, actually, this isn't canon? they beat Ganon. And then Zelda's just stuck there, you know? No. And it comes out in winter. It says, coming this winter. Don't know what that means. Don't know if they mean winter as in like December or January 2026 or November or February 2026. Who fucking knows? But those are like the real bits that I was really excited for. I'm so excited to see Breath of the Wild, just gorgeous. Tears of the Kingdom, even more gorgeous. Korok Forest, not at 10 FPS anymore. It's gonna be great. 3 stream streak! Thank you, Coke, that's so sweet. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just so excited. Like I said, I've watched a fair amount of different people watch the Switch 2. But a lot of people were complaining about it, and I'll never fucking understand it. I'm not mad. I think the only thing I'm mad about really is the price of the games, specifically the price of the digital games. Like $80 for a digital game, pretty steep, bro. That's a bit rough. Blame Emily, she made an iPad kid just like Momo. She made me an iPad kid. I didn't make you an iPad kid. Momo is an iPad kid though. The prices are ridiculous. You know, I was talking about it earlier on stream. If they, how do I explain it? I understand that the Switch is in 4K now, technically, if you have it on the TV. I understand having all this beautiful details in the game costs more money, especially since the design team was really able to go ham with the designs of the characters, facial expressions, design of the world and everything. Like Super Mario Wonder was the taste of this new era of Nintendo, and I'm so excited for it. I think Nintendo is on this track of being more whimsical and fun again. Not saying like Nintendo used to not be that way, but it used to be very cookie cutter and they weren't able to experiment as much. But now they're going back to that experimental style, whether it's like old design aspects to it or, you know, characters being able to have facial expressions that are really animated or be able to wear fun clothes for different climates or regions, which was more prevalent in like older Nintendo games. And I'm really excited for that. I feel really good about this Nintendo. And it makes sense that everything's more expensive because they're really, you know, having everyone put a lot of love into this and a lot of time and a lot of, you know, money is going into this. It just sucks that it's so expensive. I was texting Gareth because we didn't see a price point initially in the Direct for the Switch, and Gareth was guessing, I think he said around $300 to $400. And I said, that's before tariffs though. We don't fucking know what the price is, but now we know it's $450. And if you get Mario Kart bundle, it's $500, which once again, I'm just gonna say it. If y'all can get the Mario Kart bundle for the Switch 2, just spend the extra $50 if you can. Like if you can, do it, because otherwise you'll be paying $30 to $40 more for Mario Kart World. They were the ones to make the jump to $70 with Tears of the Kingdom. That's when I saw Tears of the Kingdom being $70, I was like, okay, this is the price point for new games. I'm not that mad about it if it means we're getting higher quality games. Them saying the price point is now $90 for a physical game, asking a bit much. Asking a bit much. This is Nintendo, and I think most gaming companies trying to put an end to physical copies, unfortunately. I think we're seeing the end of the physical era. I think they can accomplish all that wonderful artistic development at the same prices as all the other publishers. It's too much of a jump, and with the tariffs, it'll be even worse. Yeah, I agree. I do think that it's too much of a jump. I do think people are going to be more wary with Nintendo at those price points. And understandably, I will be too. I'm not just going to be... I never really bought games like willy-nilly, but I'm gonna be way more cautious about buying games. If it's a AAA title game that I know I'll love, I'll buy it. If it's not a AAA title game, I'm gonna wait to see the reviews before I buy it. Because I would rather not waste my money like that. Especially because here's the thing, $80 to $90 for video games in 2025 in this economy is rough, especially in America. You know, it could be different overseas, but like in America, like right now in 2025, the America we're living in, that's really breaking the bank for a lot of people. And it's gonna be rough. I feel like the bundle will come back for Black Friday, just like the Switch Mario Kart bundle. They said, oh, I think it's on their website. They say, limited time production through fall 2025. Available while supplies last for Nintendo Switch, combined with Mario Kart World. So if anyone is like, oh man, I want to get this good deal with the Nintendo Switch and Mario Kart World, gotta do it before fall 2025 because they're gonna stop production of it. Does that mean some retailers might have like extra copies after that? Maybe. But will they likely have more copies after that? No. They're not gonna get any more shipments in, but if you're in like a really rural area where no one's fucking going to that like Target or some shit, you might find it after fall, but who knows? Yo, Pine, what's up? I hope you're vibing, hope you're jiving, hope you're having the best day ever. How are you? The only way I'll be able to afford any of this if I put on my special get items for free mask. You're too real for that. I support you in your endeavors. It's a secret. Honestly, kind of crushes Nintendo's scene of smaller developers getting to try new things. I'm not buying a game for $90. That sucks, even if it's trying something new. Agreed. Agreed. No, I'm not gonna spend that kind of money. There's gonna be a lot more people who are like, I'm not gonna try this game now until I know what other people think. And that's just gonna cycle and cycle and cycle. Oh shit, you can't hear that. Okay. That's what they said for the Switch bundle though, and it comes back every year, so IDK if I trust them. True. True. I think this is just Nintendo trying to get sales, you know? What if this is the time they're serious though? Sorry, that's just like my panicky brain. Until no one buys games to try them out. Oh god. Nintendo gets blamed for killing video games. It's a rough one out here. We're really going through it, aren't we? Sorry. I love this music. Oh my god, I'm really excited for it though. I think it's gonna be really good. I think I'll be purchasing it. And if Nintendo, okay, wait, I have to, here, let me move this back over here. Full screen it. Zoom closely. Nintendo, I'm looking directly into your soul. If in 2025 you release a special edition Switch 2, I will crash out. If I purchased the generic console and a few months later you release a fancy version of it, I will crash out and you will be the ones hearing about it. Like, I waited 3 years to get my Switch because of the Animal Crossing limited edition. I waited 3 years. I'm gonna tweak out. I'm gonna crash out. Like, if it releases, like, if they release a special edition Switch console within the year of the Switch 2 being released, I will be mad. I will look at Gareth and be like, we have to buy it. Like, he's very lucky I didn't buy the Tears of the Kingdom Switch OLED, because I almost did. But I said, no, they're gonna be releasing the Switch 2 soon. I have to wait. I have to wait. And I did. But if they do come out with a special edition Zelda Switch 2, my bank account's fucked. My bank account's fucked! You know you're manifesting that, right? I mean, like, I might be mildly manifesting it. It's fine. You gotta be kidding me. I need a Nintendo employee to leak if there will be a Zelda edition so we can play. And literally, anyone who works at Nintendo, DM me. Twitch whisper me. Find me on Twitter, DM me there. Message me on Blue Sky. Message me fucking anywhere. Let me know. I will keep it a secret. I will not tell anyone. The only person I'll tell is B. Just because we're both people who want the special edition Twitch. I won't tell anyone. Pinky promise. Please DM me. That is not an invitation for random ass people to DM me though. If you DM me about bullshit, get out my DMs. First Nintendo makes games $90 and then Frontier announces standing class plane sleeves. Woohoo! And then it's all Jover from here. What if they do one for the movie? The movie's not coming out for a while though. Because at that point, I'd be willing to buy another Switch too. Because the movie's not coming out until like, what, 2027? I think 2027. Thanks, Bessie. I'll keep it to me too, right? Yeah. And Galfa. No one else. I'm kidding. Anyone else, I'll DM them too. I'll put it in the Discord. My uncle works at Nintendo. On God. On God. I wish my uncle worked at Nintendo, but here I am. An uncle-less. No, that's. I don't even know how to say that. Fuck. Never mind. I tried something. I failed. It's warm in here. We still haven't bought fans or ACs because it's technically still cold outside, but this room gets fucking hot. We asked them to turn down the heat. They did, but it's still fucking hot in this room. Maybe that's what I do this weekend with Gareth. We're gonna be purchasing more cat things at some pet stores. Mostly because Momo fucking loves to go up high. She loves to like climb things. So we're gonna see if we can get like some like cat obstacle course stuff that she can go through. Get her more treats. By treats, I don't mean like crappy treats. I don't know if it's like only in the United States, but there's like these like freeze-dried meats that you can get. Like you get chicken, turkey, shrimp, salmon, and I think tuna. But before we adopted Momo and Delilah, we weren't sure if they had an allergy to anything like any fish, because my cats at home had fish allergies. But Momo loves salmon. She loves fish. So we're gonna get her some freeze-dried snackies because they're healthy. There's no additives to it. As a reminder, please don't feed your cat Temptations. That is so bad for them and it is so not okay, and it's something that I recommend you avoid. I know it's not easy. I know sometimes like you can only afford so much, but Temptations is really bad for cats. Momo is relatable to me. I know! When Gareth and I found out that Momo loves salmon because we fed her wet food that has salmon in it and she fucking ate that shit up so fast, I was like, oh my gosh, she has expensive taste just like her mom! I'm like, just like me. I love expensive foods. I love expensive things. I got problems. Oopsie. Lean premium to get padded. Huh? I'm about to peruse the Nintendo careers page and see if they're hiring. I've considered the idea of if I could be able to work at Nintendo, but I don't think I could because I mean, like they probably have virtual teams, but I don't know if I'd want to do that. I would not want to move to like Nintendo headquarters in like California or some shit. You're one of those cat trees that look like trees. We definitely want more cat trees. We currently have one for her. We bought two. We haven't opened the second one though because we're gonna have that out for Delilah when she comes. Get her some shelves and make her a catwalk. Hell yeah. Most like advertised grocery store brand cat food is horrible for kitties. Yeah, right now, she is not necessarily eating the best dry food, but it's the dry food that they fed her at the shelter. So, and we were nervous that, you know, switching her food out like would stress her out and make her not eat. So we're sticking with that food for a while, especially since Delilah also eats the same food. And then once they're actually like comfortable at home, comfortable with each other, we're gonna start slowly transferring them to a better dry food. Momo is a grazer. I found that out. She loves to graze. I think Delilah might also be a grazer, so we're gonna just have dry food out constantly and wet food will be their timed meals, basically. Also, we got them a water fountain, and Momo was like kind of drinking from it, but also like not really drinking from it. I was like, oh no, like is she just like not gonna drink water? We have a humidifier, and Gareth took out the humidifier to refill it, and Momo ran up to the humidifier and started drinking the water out of it. Don't worry, there's no additives in it or anything. It's literally just straight water into the humidifier, so I wasn't worried about her drinking it. I was like, oh fuck, I think she needs still water, just in like a water bowl. So we tested it, we got a bowl, we put water in it, put it down, immediately started drinking it from it. I was like, damn, okay, well, that was a waste of money. We'll see if Delilah, like which one Delilah prefers. But no matter what, it's just like something to have, like in case they do want to drink from it at one point. Maybe their taste will change and they'll want moving water. Oh my god, Momo was so funny too. Gareth went to go take a shower, and I guess it was like the first time that she witnessed any of us take a shower, because she saw the water turn on in the shower and she saw Gareth get in and she started screaming. I think she thought he was dying in there, and I had to like get her and like bring her to bed with me and pet her, and then she saw him come out fine, and now she knows, like she doesn't scream whenever we shower anymore. She doesn't care. It was so funny though. Also, what a great new Bloober song. She's such a baby. She's so baby. Cope, I need to send you pics. I need to post more pics in the Discord too. You might also need to get used to it. Junie only drank from a cup until she got more comfy and she loves the fountain. Now, I hope that she ends up liking the fountain. Either way, we'll probably just always have it where there's like a cat bowl with water in it, and we'll also just have the water fountain constantly going. One thing that Gareth and I, especially me because I grew up with cats, but one thing that Gareth and I were both mentally prepared for is that when we get cats, our home is going to become basically like a cat sanctuary. We're just gonna like have cat stuff everywhere. And that's because, you know, they're cats. They deserve nice things. They're the family. They're our family. They're our little babies. Gareth was so cute too. He's so dad now. He was so paranoid because you know, Momo was like jumping on the counters, and we were like teaching her not to go on the counters, at least when we're around, you know. If we're not in the kitchen, she's probably still gonna fucking jump on those counters. There's nothing you could do with that. You know, he was like taking her off the counters and everything and being like, no, don't go on the counter, don't go on the counter. And he thought she was mad at him. And she literally heard him say that, and then she ran up to him and started cuddling him. And he's like, oh, maybe she doesn't hate me. I'm like, oh, she's not gonna hate you. Because I also make sure that I feed her in the morning. I give her new dry food in the morning. I give her some wet food in the morning. Halfway through the day, I give her some treats. And then when Gareth comes home, he feeds her dinner, which is more wet food. And then a little bit before we go to bed, he feeds her wet treats, like the churros. And it's like a nice balance. So she knows that we're both the food givers. So like she doesn't necessarily like love one more than the other, especially since I'm home all the time. Like she's going to really become attached to me. And, you know, I don't want her to like hate Gareth, but she hasn't shown any like, you know, distaste towards anyone. She loves people. Momo does love people. I'm fingers crossed that she's gonna be fine with Delilah. We're gonna do slow introductions. It's gonna be, Momo's gonna have full range of the house, and then Delilah's gonna be in the bedroom with us, and we're gonna have them eat on opposite sides of the door. And the door has like a good like chunk above the floor. so they can kind of see each other, kind of like paw at each other, can definitely smell each other, but they can't actually like attack each other. So that's what we're gonna do for a while until it seems like there's no hissing, there's no stress, there's no hatred, and then we'll start doing like physical introductions where Gareth and I are present and can pull them away from each other in case they start swatting at each other. So integration is the best way, especially since they're not siblings. Like, Momo was an only child at the shelter. I think she was found by herself. Delilah has a brother, but a family adopted him and only him. They didn't want to adopt two cats. So they're technically not siblings. Momo is older than Delilah too. So, and I think probably smart. So she's kind of gonna have like, she's gonna be the boss is what I'm saying. She's gonna be the boss of Delilah. But I think Delilah would like that because her brother was kind of the boss of her, where she kind of followed him around and copied him. So I think Delilah is like, for lack of better terms, a copycat. And I think Delilah would benefit from having a strong cat figure in her life. And Momo would benefit from having, you know, a little like duckling to follow her around and like listen to what she has to say. I think that's probably what it's going to turn out to be. I'm crossing my fingers that's what it's going to turn out to be. I bring home Delilah probably next weekend. She's getting spayed this upcoming week. Not this week, not this week, the upcoming week. There's a chance we might be able to get her Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. We have to see how she's recovering from getting spayed. I was talking to the shelter about it though, and I was like, if you need to keep her for longer because that's what you think she needs, I'm more than happy to wait. I'm not in a rush to bring her home. All I care about is that she's recovering well and she'll be okay to bring home. Because I mean, like, I was honestly like, yeah, please. I don't want to have to stress out about keeping an eye on my cat to make sure that they're not messing with their incision site or anything, you know? Even with Chip and Tater Tot, there's some hissing from the other two cats when Tater does something stupid. I'm so excited to have an orange cat. It's really funny. Get a duck, imagine. It's really funny because I did not expect to get the cats that we got. You know, Gareth and I were planning on only getting one cat. Now we have two cats. And we were anticipating probably adopting a black cat. Because, you know, most black cats don't get adopted. But I saw the posting for Delilah and Momo from this one shelter, and I saw the videos of both, and I was like, I think I found my cats. I was like, I think I found my cats. And then, so I found them, and when Gareth came home, I was like, can we just submit an application for shits and giggles? He was like, sure. Submitted an application. Literally the next day, they got back to me. They were like, it's fine that you plan on going to this vet. Can you see if they're taking new people? And if they are, set up an account with them and then like let us know what name it's under. We did that. Then they called the vet, they called our leasing company, they called Garrett's mom, and they were gonna call Galfa because Galfa was our second reference. But they called him when he was on the flight over to us. Fun fact, they still haven't called Galfa. They pushed me through the pre-approval process. They said, because I went on the phone with them and I chatted with them and everything. And they said, we don't need to talk to them. You're great. This is everything that we'd want. Especially since you work from home. You can come this Saturday to meet them. And now they're ours. Now it's the whole story. It's really fun. Time for me to drop and take care of a few things before bed. No worries. Have a great night, B. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for hanging out. Good night. This is for sure. You don't choose cats, the universe assigns you to them. Yep. I never went through an adoption process before because all our cats were strays that we took in. So, or born in my house. Like Weasby, Bob, and Ostrich were all born in my house. So we never, like, I never had to go through an adoption process. And this place, I loved their adoption process. It was very straightforward, not overly complicated, but enough research of the people who are looking to adopt that made me feel like they really cared about who was adopting their pets. So I was talking to the owner of the shelter, and she was like, yeah, you know, sometimes like people come in and I don't like their vibe, or I catch them in a lie and I just say it doesn't work out and they leave without a cat. And I'm like, I just don't get why people would lie about that kind of stuff. But I also forget that some people don't view pets as family members, which is fucking ballistic to me. So I'm like, my cat is literally my child. That is my child, and I will do anything for that baby. And if anyone tries hurting that baby, I will end that person's existence. That's my child! And I think that's normal to say. Anyone who doesn't think of pets as family, though, is weird as fuck. Sorry if that's one of you. I don't think it's anyone in this chat, though. You must have not liked me? What do you mean? You didn't go to adopt any cat. Why did I think you were going to say that they called him while he was on the toilet? That would have been funny. Shitting, farting. I think they, like, also believed it, though, because, we had to fill out a form, a waiver, when we were visiting the shelter, each one of us. And they saw that Galfa, who was my reference, was also signing a waiver. They're like, oh, he's literally coming here. No wonder why they... Like, of course he was gonna say only good things about them. He's literally visiting them. That would have been crazy if they called Galfa and he was like, actually, they're the worst. I would have cried. Yeah, well, I don't get those people. I don't get those people. When I get a pet, it is my family member. It could be a fish. It could be a type of lizard. It could be a fuzzy animal. It could be anything, but that is my family member, and I will treat it as such, and I will do everything I possibly can to make sure it's okay. GamerSup's order came with free ramen? Let's fucking go, gamers! I'm glad to be streaming today, though. I missed it for a while. It was just a really hectic week last night. I really thought I was gonna have time to do things. Last week. I really thought I was gonna have time to do things. Then Gareth had to go on a trip for work. And that stressed me out because I was by myself. And then I was also prepping the house for when Galfa was visiting so that I was clean, because I have that problem that my parents instilled in me at a young age, where if anyone's visiting, the house has to be sparkling clean. And I'm trying to unlearn that, but there were still some things where I was like, let's mop the floors, let's deep clean the bathroom, let's dust, and let's do laundry. Like, basically, like, all, like, the basics, basically. Don't mind me, right? It was a hectic week last night. That's how you know it's getting to the end of stream. It's also warm in here. I think I'm probably just gonna end stream just pretty shortly now. I'm getting EPDB. I invite people over just so I'll clean to a proper degree for once. Honestly, though. Actually, I've been pretty good with it, though. I do a clean of the bathroom weekly, and then once a month I do like a real deep clean of the bathroom. We've been good with sweeping. Dusting is like the one thing that we need to work on. Me and Gareth really hate dusting. And it's nice we don't have to vacuum because there's no rugs in our place. It's all hardwood or concrete. No, it's not concrete. It's a tile. So there's no vacuuming because I fucking hate vacuuming. Never catch me vacuuming! That's me too. If someone is coming over for a while, I try to put brand new house veneer on top of the old house. Literally, it's just the way to be, you know? You don't want people to come into a like messy house and it's all gross and shit, you know? It was a fun week though, right? It was. I'm sorry I was so low energy, Galfa. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm like really low energy lately. By really low energy, I mean like tired all the time again. I'm probably like maybe a little hair sick or something. But we're fine. My girlfriend just bought me a robot vacuum because I'm allergic to the vacuum cleaner. I love that for you, Lulu. That's a good girlfriend. That's a really good girlfriend. I'm considering to talk to Gareth to see if we could get a robot cleaner, but it's not on the top priority list. We have other things we need to get. That's like on like the bottom. Like that's like luxury things to get. Like when I want to get my latte machine, that's it. If you ever hear I said I got a latte machine, that means we were either gifted a latte machine or we finally had like just money to spare to get whatever the fuck we wanted. The Switch 2 doesn't count though. That was always factored into my bank account. I feel that. Dude, it's just been a tiring couple like weeks. Tiring end of March. Can't listen to that song. Ooh, this is a good song to listen. Probably just waking up in mid-cycle to say bye to Gareth. Maybe try to go to sleep like 30 minutes or so earlier than usual. You would think that maybe, because I guess so, because normally I go to bed after I say bye to Gareth when he goes to work. But I stayed up because I didn't want Galfa to be all by his lonesome. But now I'm also not going back to bed because Gareth leaves at like 7:30 in the morning, and then I get up, I play with Momo for like half an hour because she has the zoomies, because she doesn't have a play. That's the other reason why I want another cat, because she needs an energy release of another animal. She needs to play with another animal because I can't play with her 24/7, and she has so much kitten energy. And so I'll play with her for about like 30 minutes. And then like at 8 o'clock, that's when I give her fresh new dry food and I give her her wet food so that she's kind of like worked up an appetite. She's relaxed a little bit now. She got her zoomies out. And then she takes a nap. And then like at 12 o'clock, I play with her again. And then at 2 o'clock, I give her treats and play with her again. And then at 3:15, I play with her again. It's nice. It's just a new thing in my schedule, you know? I think it was self-preservation because she's tired of getting scrap yarn stuck on her socks, and my aunt just gave me her old latte machine. You're living my dream, Lulu. What the fuck? I'll put a pic of my little coffee corner. This is what, oh my god, please. I love coffee corners. I love coffee. I have an addiction. Might be losing an entire cycle to that then. I just gotta go to bed earlier to get that restfulness back. My watch knows I'm on the brink of always being quiet. My watch knows I'm on the brink of always being quiet. I just barely squeak out 2 full sleep cycles each night, and that's how I stay alive. Galfo, what the fuck? What the hell? This was a really good stream. I'm really happy that I streamed today. I had a really good time chatting with y'all. That's like coming, I don't know if that sounded sarcastic, that's just coming from the bottom of my heart. I will say though, I do need to end stream now. I gotta piss, I gotta eat, I gotta play with Momo. I won't be live tomorrow. I do want to take tomorrow off. Friday's up in the air, but I'll try being live on Friday. Saturday, I probably won't be live. I think I'm gonna start changing my stream schedule, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I get really tired at the end of the work week now, and I like to hang out with Gareth on Fridays, and I like having, you know, like Saturdays be like date day for me and Gareth. Even like we don't necessarily go out on dates. It's more like we're just like hanging out together. I think what I want my new stream schedule to be is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I have 3 days to work on videos. Maybe I'll start that this week. We'll see. Either way, it's always going to be 5:15 p.m. EST because I can't stream earlier because I got a job now. It's dinner time! And tell Momo I miss her. Junie is a menace. You love Junith. Junith is a little sweetie pie. Tell me what's for dinner. I think it's chili. It smells like chili. I'm very excited. I'm ready for good protein. But yes. Have a good night, y'all. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching the Switch 2 Direct with me. It was super duper fun. Wait, let me snooze that ad since we're ending stream. Bye, y'all. Good night.